Okay, that was supposed to sound like Ganondorf, but it kind of sounded like a nerd ready to, like, dry heave from coughing. Because it's me, I am the nerd, and I need to drink a sip of water. Give me a second. Alright, okay, you know what time it is. It's Ocarina time, but you know what day it is. The day we ban Ganon for good. Except, chronologically, this is the first time Ganondorf gets Ganon banned. Don't even worry about it. We'll try at least. Because today is the finale of Legend of Zelda, Ocarina of Takarina, the Dootin' Flutin'. I'm excited. When we last left off, we found out that one of the worst kept secrets of video games, that Sheik was actually Princess Zelda. What? I wanted to do that at the beginning of this stream, but since when you play Ocarina of Time and save as adult Link, you start in the Temple of Time, so it would have played the cutscene right away, unfortunately. So, just so I don't accidentally do it off stream, I did it last time. And that means we're free to do some catching up. Here's what we're gonna do. Here's how we're gonna do it. Since I want to stretch this out into a full stream, we're gonna take care of some heart piece quests, other side quests at the very beginning. Make sure we're all prepared to fight Ganon. It'll be just like playing Zelda Breath of the Wild, where you're grabbing all your weapons, all your heart pieces, or maybe you just speed run directly to Ganon with 3 hearts and underwear. People do it. Those people are absolute gods of speedrunning, but I commend them. This is not that. We're doing a leisurely playthrough, so let's get it started. Yeah! What do you think made it the worst kept secret? I blame Smash Brothers, because for the longest time, Sheik and Zelda were on the same character slot. And unless you just thought, oh, they must be friends and they tag out, then it's just literally transforming from Zelda to Sheik. Your money's on the two being the same shared pick and brawl. Like, even since Melee, that's the biggest thing. Melee came out in 2000, right? Or was it 2001? One of those. This game came out in 1998. Oh, speaking of which, actually, let me just re-enable the OOT guide for this area. Redemption. Because I'm about to give y'all a free one. I never read this, but I think it is my duty to read it at least once before this stream is over. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Oh, no, not that. No, die. A message from the master. Here, let me just redeem it myself. Hi, I'm Shigeru Miyamoto. Thank you for playing so many of our fun and challenging games. We tried to write this guide to give you the strategy you need to complete your adventure, but we also wanted you to discover much of the game on your own. A great deal of thought and care went into creating this game so that players could find more than just challenges, but also a lot of fun. This is the best how-to guide for those of you who are looking for some strategies to complete your adventure. With this book, you will discover the secrets of every nook and cranny of the land of Hyrule, as if you were one of the Hylians. Also, we hope the level of fun and challenge you experience in the game exceeds your expectations. If you get tired of the middle of your journey, you can play the Ocarina whenever you want. Try out its very cool options, such as halftone or whole-tone shift vibratos. Please see the fold-out poster for more detail in making your own melodies. Good luck. Okay, thank you, Shiggy. Shigeru Miyamoto, October 10th, 1998. I'll never forget it. Look at the little drawing of Link, too. Oh, Shigeru. I think I will try it out. Beautiful. Beautiful. Alright, let's get to it. What's first on my list? I actually have a list of things I need to take care of before we get into Ganon's castle. 2001 was Melee. Okay. Yeah, but... yeah, totally. You just don't realize how... you just don't realize how soon that is. Like, 3 years? Games don't get made in 3 years anymore. So fast. Alright, first thing on my list. I need to grab something by the Spirit Temple, because I never did. We finished it last time, but we're not done here. Also, what's up, Bullfrog? Welcome on. Welcome to the finale of Ocarina. We're tying up some loose ends before we go fight Ganondorf. Because honestly, if I go directly into Ganondorf's castle right now, that's only gonna take like, what, 1 hour? Maybe not with the speed I play games at, but... If fairies can heal people, why does Navi just fly by when Link dies? Good question, because Navi is one of the only fairies with a sense of self-preservation. She wouldn't give up her life for Link. Like, he's not even a real Kokiri. Like, she doesn't even need to be there. There he is. That's what I'm looking for. Over there. You guys see it? Go, Link, go! You think in Brawl you actually have to pick what character you play as in between Sheik and Zelda? It was in Smash 4 that they got separated out into different characters. In Brawl, it was Zelda, but you could input a code to kind of start as Sheik. Or, oh no, wait, no. It was in Super Smash Bros. Melee, you could hold a button to start as Zelda or Sheik. Or just as Sheik. It was Brawl that let you kind of use either, but the down B was still... The down B was still, like, the transform. Smash 4 was when they just separated them out into separate characters because the 3DS couldn't handle it. They got rid of all the transforming characters and the switching out characters. Okay, why is this fairy the one that, like, out of all of them, just showed off them polygons? Welcome, Link. I am the Great Fairy of Magic. I will give you a magic spell. Please take it. What does she give you? Nehru's Love, I think? Yeah, there it is. Look at that sacred gemstone. You've got Nehru's Love. Cast this to create a powerful protective barrier. Just instant invincibility button. Nehru's Love is in effect for only a limited time, so use it carefully. Sounds like a freaking advertisement. Limited time only. Zelda toys available at Burger King. When battle has made you weary, please come back to see me for a Burger King kids meal. Try the chicken nuggets! She's sponsored. It's okay, you know, we all gotta make money somehow. Being a great fairy doesn't exactly pay well. I'm out of here. Hold on. Alright, what else is on my list? Let's do child stuff first, actually, because I've neglected to do that. Let's go. I know we've got stuff. We've got plenty of stuff. On my list includes stuff like the Running Man. Gotta race him at least once. Taking care of the rest of the magic beans I never planted. And, of course, some heart piece quests. Some of them are pretty fun, even though there's not much to do in the game anymore. This game is just shorter than I remember it being. It's the same thing I had with Majora's Mask when I streamed that. When you're an adult, I don't mean an adult Link, I mean like when you're playing this game as an adult, and you just know where everything is. Whether you're doing it on purpose or not, you end up optimizing the game. And it just isn't as long as it used to be. You're not discovering as much stuff. But the magic is still there, I think. Okay, Nocturne of Shadow. Hold on. I got it. I got this. There you go. Nocturne and Requiem. Those are the two songs that always trip me up in my mind. Beautiful. Did anybody play as Sheik and or Zelda in Super Smash Bros? I remember in Melee, me and my friends played as Sheik all the time because we thought Sheik was so broken. There wasn't even a real reason for it. It's just that because Sheik had a dash attack that came out a little bit faster than almost anybody else's, we thought like, oh man, how can you predict this? That you can't react to it. It's not like you could just shield and respond to that. No. That's what you do these days. We realized that Sheik was not actually a very good character in Melee, as at least like as far as the competitive scene goes. All right, how to go to Goron Village? I think the fastest way is from the Lost Woods. The shortcut in the Death Mountain Crater only exists as an adult, sadly. All systems, full power. I know I was already in Kakariko Village. I feel like this is faster though. Just head through the Lost Woods and go into that shortcut. It didn't take Brad that long to figure out Proto Man Whistle on Ocarina. Ooh! You should make it your Scarecrow song, Brad, if you ever play this game on, like, non-randomizer. Or just, if you do. Let me stock up in fairies while I'm here. Yup! Alert unclear. Brought Bidoof. Whoa! It's okay, Bidoof isn't Ganondorf. Ganondorf's our band. What's up, Sprint? Egg. We're preparing for the big day. The big cheese. We're gonna finally take on Ganondorf this stream. It's going to happen. Mark my worms. We're collecting a couple more heart pieces, challenging a few more running men, you know, that good stuff. Is there anything y'all... Question for the chat, is there anything y'all want to see? Any, like, little secrets or tidbits? There's so many little, like, secrets and beta elements in Ocarina. It's, in my mind, I think of them as common knowledge, so I never really bring them up. But I have to remind myself that people didn't always grow up with this game. People didn't always scour the message boards like I did when I was a kid. People don't know about, like, the Triforce hoax where you play the fake Triforce song and all that. That was the 90s for me. That was 1998. I'll never forget it. Money. Middle school crush you had played a Sheik. You wanted to be as cool as both of them. Whoa! Now that's pretty wholesome, Brad. Someone to aspire to. You know, Sheik is pretty cool. The first example in, like, Zelda history where Zelda tried to actually play an active part in trying to stop Ganondorf. Like, that cannot be understated. I think that's something that people don't think about as much, because when you play through a randomizer or a replay and you either skip the cutscenes or just don't think about them, you forget that Sheik. Without Sheik, a lot of stuff Link does wouldn't be possible. Leading them where to go. What am I doing? I need to go to... I need to do something in the village itself. Alright, why am I here? Because I never did this. Check it out. Whoa! Now you can do this without having your own bombs. I like to do it once you get them. Gotta do a little bomb bowling. I don't know if you call this bowling. It's more like, what do you call it? That game where you throw the hacky sack into the holes. What about the empty bottle? What's empty bottle? Why am I saving the empty bottle? Oh, I was going to fill it with a blue potion. Because what I'm doing right now is, at least when I'm Adult Link, I'm pretty much only using the broken giant's knife wherever I can. I'm making it into a little challenge run. It's not really official. I've already, like, broken that promise sometimes. But this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do the Big Goron's Swords quest today. I'm not gonna claim the sword, though. I'm just gonna be like, alright, I'll take the claim check. Thank you, sir. This is all I wanted. You can keep the sword. Brad-maned Sheik back in Brawl. There it is, baby. You got a pizza! Pizza Heart. Yum. Impa probably gave Zelda 7 years of ninja Sheikah training. I would have... You know what would be really cool? A game that takes place in the 7 years between Link pulling the Master Sword and waking up. Sort of like an Age of Calamity, but for Ocarina of Time. And just playing out that series of events. I'm sure they could make it happen. What's next on my list? I want to... Oh, I know. Another piece of heart somewhere near Lake Hylia. And some fishing. Why not? Get a little certificate of authenticity with your Big Goron sword. It's like when you buy one of those fancy statues. Those fancy, like, game or anime statues that come with an actual, like, numbered certificate. Proving you didn't buy a bootleg. Sorry, Al. I'm not here to find out how many licks it takes to get to a center of a Tootsie Pop today. I've already found out. It's called, don't eat them. They're bad for your teeth. Zelda not being a damsel in distress didn't hit you until after you played the OG Zelda, Oracle's Twilight Princess. Yeah, something about that. I feel like it's cool that Ocarina of Time did that in 1998. A lot of discussion about whether or not Ocarina of Time is actually a good story, actually a good game. It's pretty simple, like, nowadays by today's standards. Like, that much is for sure. But little things like giving Zelda that active role, playing with your expectations of, like, oh, I got the cool sword, now I can defeat the bad guy, right? Nope. Surprise, you get to wait 7 years and actually let things go bad. Oops.
Alright, you win. In return for sparing me, I will sell you a Pizza Heart. 1 piece, 10 rupees it is.
Can I get like 20 of those? Thank you.
You've completed another heart container.
Sweet, we're up to 17 now. I'm not gonna get every single one, but I'll get what I can remember. I'm also one gold Skulltula away from another one. You know what? I bet. Since it's about to be nighttime, let me just go back to Lake Hylia real quick. You still gotta get back to Majora's on 3DS, the time limit stretches you out. There's no shame in basically playing it the way I played when I was a kid. And that is just restarting the timeline every single time you beat a dungeon or do one quest. It's not optimal, but you don't have to be optimal. That's the beauty of that game. You gotta learn what you can and can't lose. Put all your money in the bank and then start over fresh with as much time as possible. What is it, Navi?
We have to save Princess Zelda!
Princess Zelda is off learning ninjutsu. We're 7 years too early to do that. I always wondered what would happen if Link just traveled back in time and then waited 7 years. There's nothing stopping him from doing that, right? I have the guide, why not get them all? That's true. I did actually look at all of the heart pieces. I just wanted to make sure I wasn't taking too much time on stream. Because this is all stuff that just delays the finale of the game. There's no rush, but I do want to make sure we finish them. Oh my god, it disappeared. $99. Panasonic Blu-ray. Sprint, what have you done? I like how it kept the damage from last night. I'll take it. 51 Skulltulas, baby. You know what that means. I can turn it on in. Bullfrog would always get stuck in the mid-dungeon. Oi! The dungeons in Majora's Mask. It's not a love-hate relationship, but it is interesting how they're... At least I feel like they're a little more grandiose than dungeons in Ocarina of Time. I guess because there's only 4 dungeons in Majora, it's like, make them count, right? At least that's what I noticed when I was streaming it. It really felt like a single dungeon could take up an entire stream easily. When I'm playing Ocarina, it's like a dungeon only takes about an hour usually, and then I fill in the rest with side quests. I need to go back and look how many parts it took me to finish Majora's Mask. This is the 8th stream I'm doing of Ocarina, I think.
I'm so happy everyone is back to normal.
Alright, which one of you can give me my reward?
The curse has been broken. Thank you. Here's a reward for you.
Second art piece. Out of 4, baby. Gotula tried the 2-frame vanish on me. Too bad I got the frame hacks. Instead of waiting 2 frames, I wait 60 times however many seconds are in a day frames. Like that Paper Mario glitch where you wait years and then somehow the cake you put in the oven is okay. Alright. Ooh. One more thing to do as a kid, then we can grow up again.
I don't want to grow up.
But I have to. Involves a couple of frogies. Can we get some bread to arrive in the chat? Some delinquent ghost caros? Curse this! I don't want to curse a Cagula Pikachu. That seems a bit too mean. What's up, Pika? Welcome to our preparatory rites. Preparatory rites. It sounds like a preparing for like a medical examination or something. For booping Ganondorf's booty. Miku's main in Super Smash Bros. Is Pikachu. Melee is Zelda and Sheik. Brawl Zelda. Wii U Meta Knight. Zelda Toon Link. There's something about the Zelda characters that feels so right. I just don't usually main them anymore. You gotta be competitive in this fast-paced world, sadly.
Oh no!
I'm getting washed away. If you had Majora's Mask without the time limit, that'd be Chef's Kiss. I feel like we could have an option for it. Like a song of, instead of halftime, a song of quarter time that just makes time stop. Rogies. I can only assume the song I need to play. Look at the last one, he's so tiny. Wow, that melody is so cool, Ribbit. Singing in the rain, oh what a feeling, Ribbit. Hey, that's copyright. Please take this as a token of our froggish gratitude, Ribbit. Alright, see you, kiddo. Pizza Hut! 2 pieces. Oh. Sorry, I thought the last piece I got was the second piece. It's alright, it's okay. Bullfrog's cousins! And less of an invasive species to Australia. Alright, time for my favorite minigame involving frogs. Wait a minute. Maybe not. Okay. What other song do you need to wait until you're an adult to get? This one? You don't have to wait till you're an adult, but I don't think I had it last time I was here.
Young lad, you play the ocarina so well.
Oh, not that one. Give me a second. I got it. Don't even worry about it. Lullaby, point of song. Song of time, duh. Of course I didn't have that last time. I need to play frog fractions. How about I just put Princess and the Frog up on Blu-ray? Beautiful.
Young lad, you play the ocarina so well. That melody is so fine, Ribbit. We should all practice it, Ribbit. Take rubies as a souvenir.
Wonderful. And this time I had the wallet for it.
Look at us, we're all huge frogs. We are the world-famous, fabulous 5 froggish tenors. Ribbit.
It just reminds me of my current Yu-Gi-Oh deck. You know what the current best deck in Yu-Gi-Oh is? Like, not even like, in my opinion, the best deck, but as far as what the tournaments are saying, the best deck. It's a deck that's full of, lightning bolts with drip and frogs. Just a bunch of frogs, all drinking Sprite and just combining together to make mochi. It makes sense in context. But oh my gosh, the frogs!
Make us jump so we can eat the bugs flying above us, Ribbit. Okay, then ready, set, go!
Check this out. What? That was the one though. Every one of these frogs corresponds to one of your ocarina buttons. What? Oh. I wonder. Maybe the ones that correspond to C up and C down don't exactly correspond to those. Let me check something. Why does pressing C down automatically fail? Okay. What is going on here? I think there might be a bug. Not the bugs that they're trying to eat, but a bug in the game. Maybe I just have to be fast.
Ding!
Alright, I can do this. Time limit, go! I shall defeat you! Now this is just a game to beat the frog minigame before the game decides I've had enough. That last one keeps messing me up. Come on, Froggy. Come on, Froggy. Linky needs a new pair of shoes.
Eh? Nani? Oh!
What song am I trying to play? No, this is the second minigame. After you play all the songs you can for the frogs, you have to do this game where you you do the frog that's got the little bug flying over it. If I just do nothing, does it fail me? It's not supposed to be this hard. I've done it before. Ooh, maybe there's a bug where the timer doesn't reset properly. Maybe with like the 60 frames per second or something. At least it's the same every time. I hope this is possible. If not, then this is probably a reason to not get all the hard pieces in this run. Sad to say, I've been singing this version's praises for so long. JT2 Legit, howdy, howdy. Welcome to Frog Hell. I'm trying. Now I'm determined to finish this. Finish the fight. A minigame that's become way too hard. More than it ever intended to be. Oh, baby! I was that close the whole time. Wait. Does anybody remember? Was it actually always that hard? Either way, I kicked its ass. Let's go!
Young boy, you did great. Perfect. We are stuffed, ribbit. Would you take this token of our gratitude?
Wouldn't it be funny if it just gave me something that crashed the game?
Pizza Hut!
With another piece, my life energy will be
Powered up!
baby, baby, oh. Pretty good, pretty good. Alright, that's all I got for Child Timeline. Time to mature. Finally, after how many years I've been legally an adult, it's time to just be an adult. You need pinpoint accuracy, just the right amount of precision. A fast trigger finger. I load or reload during battle. I have a schedule for the games I want to play on stream, but every time some other streamer friend plays something I haven't in years, one of my favorite games, and I'm just inspired again. I've been wanting to play Metal Gear series again. I've been wanting to play Spyro. There's so many games, so little time. I'm definitely thinking that once I beat Ace Attorney Investigations 2, I just don't go and start a new long game until, say, I think when Pokemon Scarlet and Violet comes out. Because there's just no time for it. Let's say by the time I finish Investigations 2, it'll already be September. And September means that around the corner is October. October, I'm just going to be playing spooky games all month. And then it's November. It's time for the Pokemons. There's no time for anything else. We got plenty of short games to fill it in with, though. I'd say something like Professor Layton is a short enough game to fill the short game slot. Pair that with some indie games and you got yourself a salad. One chopped salad. Adult Link walks like somebody wanting to speak to the manager. He's been a kid his whole life. Now that he's an adult, he knows. He knows he has pull in this world. Alright, next stop, Gerudo Valley. I'm gonna pick up a couple of things in the river and then challenge the running man. Let's go. Pokemon, gotta catch 'em now.
I can't propel us through.
Metal Gear. Especially with that one artist on Twitter who's been getting really popular because she's been making a lot of Metal Gear Solid comics. I think her name is Maddie or something. Does anybody remember the Twitter handle? No Running Man yet. Not yet. I need to assess the situation. There's one heart piece over there in the waterfall. There's a way to get to it, but I need to remember how. There's another heart piece over in this crate. Let's get the crate one first. Ooh. Errorless. Is this the way? Link, suck it up. It's only your shins. You don't need those. Oh. Link smash! Bye-bye. Geesh Gamer, welcome on in. Is this the decomp? Yes, it is. There's just rupees down here. It's the PC version with all the quality of life and fixes. It's very nice. We're almost at the end of it. I'm just taking care of a couple more heart pieces before we finally take on Gannon Dork. So, welcome on in and sit back and relax.
Whoa.
Ooh, I was almost afraid that would just spit me out. Nowhere near the heart piece. Question is, how am I gonna get back? That person? Oh yeah, that's the one, Yellow Pikachu. Oh, that's Raspberry on Twitter. She's been making a lot of Metal Gear Solid comics. I've been absolutely loving all of them. Reminding me of why I love Metal Gear Solid in the first place. Games from 1998. I'll never forget them. Uh-oh. I thought that was gonna be a shorter distance. Crap. Alright. Well, I'm gonna have to make my way back here manually. Unfortunately, there's not really a song that'll teleport me to Gerudo Valley. You got the Requiem of Spirit, sure, but you can't easily make your way back from there. I guess you could. It's not really any easier than just going this way, though. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. Come on. Roll like you never rolled before, Link. You like Metal Gear 2? No other game has dummy thick snake spot, after all. It's amazing that became a meme because of Super Smash Bros. And nothing to do with Metal Gear Solid itself. I mean, it's always kind of been there, if you want to be serious. Think about it. Like, you ever play Metal Gear Solid 4? You see Snake's sneaking suit? That's like the tightest one he ever wears. And he's an old man while wearing it. But the way, you ever see the way that Snake crawls in that game? If you just move ever so slightly on the analog stick, then Snake does this like caterpillar crawl where he just sticks his butt right in the air. And I don't even know if that's supposed to be stealthy or what. I don't think Snake got that CQC training from Master Miller. Close quarters crawling. 60 frames per second getting a lot better. You heard it had a lot of problems. Well, the way that they did 60 frames per second, I wouldn't expect them to have problems, honestly. At least, I haven't had many problems with this version. There was one hard crash, which, you know, reminds me I should save every now and then. But besides that, it's been good. There's been one hard crash, and that was an earlier version. I've updated since then. And there's some minor graphical bugs. For the most part, everything's been good. I can wholeheartedly recommend this version if you haven't checked it out yet.
It's so smooth.
Everybody who comes in just notices the smoothness immediately. Freaks people out. I don't blame them. Okay, that should be a safe drop. Let's try this.
Go, Link, go!
Break your shins again! We're doing a little bit of a challenge mode right now. Oh, crap. You know what? I think this is another magic bean. I think this is. Or maybe not. What was the way you're supposed to get up there? I know, you can do it as young Link with a Kuko. Oh, man. But I want... Oh, no, wait, there's a ladder! Okay, this is gonna be a bit of a stretch. But I can do it, baby! Go, Link, go. Go, Link, go. Go, Link, go. Go, Link, go. Come on, come on, come on, come on! Yes! Ha 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 ha! Easy! The game's rewarding me with the Gerudo Valley theme. Jabba-da-bum-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-bum. Free camera, beautiful. The free camera just got added in the last update, actually. Oh man, I'm gonna have to ride back here again. You know what? People thought that Breath of the Wild was the first Zelda game where you could climb walls. Actually, just check this out. Don't look, I'm not cheating. Yup. Go, Link, go. Climb it. He doesn't need a stamina meter. Somebody screenshot this and make it like that one artwork from Breath of the Wild where Link's climbing the mountain. Same picture. Honestly, I like having this cheat on. Unlike the Zelda Levitate, it doesn't automatically win you things. It just makes some things easier. It does make some dungeons, like, trivial. Like, say the Spirit Temple, where you have to climb up. You have to go through the dungeon to get to the statue's hands. You could totally just climb up those if you use that cheat. I'm just saving all of us a little bit of time. Don't you worry about a thing. Let me just turn off that cheat again. It's fun, but I don't want to accidentally abuse it. Big B Stew, what's going on? We're playing Breath of the Wild. Don't you recognize it? Wonderful. You like taking the ladder? Oh yeah, well... Oh yeah, Shadow Storm Rider, I didn't read your first message out loud. I'm sorry. I read it in my head, and then I'm like, oh, I'll read that out loud later. I'm farther in the game than I was last time you saw. Yeah, you can make fast progress in this game. I've been trying to pad it out, but this game's shorter than I remember.
Without the old witches, the gang of thieves isn't all that scary. You did so great, young man. Like I suspected, Nabooru was brainwashed by Ganondorf's followers.
Oh, it was Ganondorf, the evil king, who was behind the gang of thieves.
I wonder what Nabooru does in the original timeline. Like, she clearly never made it into the Spirit Temple, and then she never got caught. So what's she doing? What is she doing before we doomed her to 7 years inside the sand? Food for thought. Curious how climbing works with Castletown as a kid. The game, in areas like this where it's pre-rendered, it actually has some invisible walls. So the game probably would let you climb those. That'd be silly though. I've never tried climbing in a pre-rendered area.
I'm the wandering running man. I run all over this land in search of the true competitive spirit. Yeah, I beat all my challengers, man and beast. You're an athletic guy, and you look like you might have a true killer instinct, too. Now that the bridge over Gerudo Valley is complete, I'm looking for a challenger to have a commemorative race against. The best time to go from here to the bridge in the last woods was 2:38. That's my record. Will you challenge my record? Excellent. Then, you go first. I'll give you a head start. Now, go ahead.
Oh wait, they're not ready. Oh no, I didn't park my horse right outside. I'm losing time.
Speed run, speed run. Go, Link, go.
The dude can tell when you use a warp song. I don't know how, but he can tell that you cheated. Oh, I remember. The fruitless hours lost. Anyone else in the chat? You've tried to beat the Running Man, haven't you? Before you knew it was just impossible. That was how he played Zelda back in the day. Go, Link, go. Go, Link, go. It does not take 2 hours and 30 minutes. Or 2 minutes and 30 seconds to get down there. I find it funny that the guy doesn't consider using a horse to be cheating. AOL, how's it going? Hope you had a good day today. No, Epona, you're supposed to jump it! Time loss, time loss, time loss. I feel like a speed. Oh, now you jump over it. I feel like my horse is trying to rebel against me. Alright, you cut that out, Epona, or it's the glue factory for you. Never mind that they haven't invented glue in the Zelda world yet. Alright, 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 alright. Yep. No, 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 no. No, stop, stop, stop. Go! And time. What's up, Running Man? Don't ask how he got here first. He's got speed hacks.
You did quite well. Well, you couldn't beat me. Your time was 1 minute 33, but I just beat you by 1 second.
Is it just me, or does that say 1 second, 33 seconds?
You'll have to challenge me again sometime. Goodbye then. Bye-bye.
Zelda tradition. You can never beat him. Until Triforce percent. Welcome to Boundary Break. Few more things on my list. Actually, last thing on my list is just to do the Big Goron sword quest. They've only been streaming for about an hour. I'm just zooming. But, you know, there's only so much to do in this game. Like, how many pieces of heart am I missing? Question, you don't get a heart container from Ganondorf's castle, do you? I don't think so. That must mean I'm missing exactly 7 pieces of heart. I wonder which ones those are. In any case, Bigoron time! Going through the Bigoron sword quest just to throw it all away. 1 inch, 33 inches. That's like all the inches. Save some for me. I need some. We get mechanical laser octopuses, but glue? Never heard of it. Zelda's always existed in this weird area of technology, honestly. I know there's a shortcut to Goron City, but that's not where I'm going, actually. Oh, that's not it! Oh no, I got 2 minutes to get out of here. I knew I should have taken a left at Albuquerque. Meowdy. The smoothness is blowing your 9, AOL. AOL, how? I know you've been playing Ocarina of Time as well. How far did you get? We're almost done. We're probably gonna finish the game tonight. I don't expect to not. Oh, wait a minute. What am I doing? I already have what this guy needs. Sorry, I just wanted a reminder. Big boy.
I've been waiting for you with tears in my eyes. Please say hello to King Zora.
Huh? Oh yeah, that's where I need to go with his prescription. I like to think that he had just like this. This is a regular like size piece of paper, and in order to give it to me, he had to like pinch it between his giant fingers and make sure not to crumple it or get a little paper cut. Alternatively, it's a giant map-sized piece of paper. Okay, fastest way to get to Zora's Domain. Lost Woods, I guess.
Ba-da-da.
Well, got the Jabu Jabu's Vor Palace. Oh, don't remind me. I've mentioned it every time a video game has adventuring inside a creature. I mention it every time a video game, every time I talk about Ocarina of Time. That's the one dungeon I always had my dad do for me as a kid. So it's the Zelda dungeon in Ocarina that I'm least familiar with. I was able to bumble through it. I do wonder how much more adept I look when I'm doing any other dungeon, though. Excuse me. Come on, Peaches. What's up, Peaches? Thank you for the resub. Welcome back to the chicken coop. Grab a nest and get comfy. Happy 5 months to you. Hope you've been doing good. We're doing a little bit of Zelda up in here. A little bit of Ocarina of Time. We're almost ready to take down Gannon Derp. 7 years of dub. We're gonna retroactively time travel and make it 7 years, 7,000 years of pain. Oh, actually, it was right here. Sorry, me though. I got a little lost.
Up, 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 up.
Smell you later. Feels like a lot of 90s Nintendo games had the little, like, Gary Oak rival. Talking about smelling you later. Jealous that you... end up conquering the villains before they get to. Adventuring inside a chicken, I don't recommend it. Doing well, been a while, how am I? The same old, same old. Juggling being a full-time streamer and a full-time worker. Okay, not a full-time streamer. But you know, it feels like it. People underestimate how much effort, how much time it takes to be a streamer besides the time you stream. Even if you only stream for like 3 hours a day, that's like, well, you gotta spend time setting things up and making sure games capture well and technical issues during stream, scheduling out games, making assets or commissioning assets. Takes time.
This is, well, eye drops. You might say we have them, you might say we don't. We do have the ingredients. If you take the ingredients to the doctor at the lake laboratory, he can make the drops for you. But you need to deliver them fresh. Can you make it before they spoil?
I'll try. Frog! Why can't I just take one of the frogs from down in the river, huh? You use the prescription and receive an eyeball frog. Be quick and deliver it to the Lake Helia while it's cold. Well, I'm inside a frozen domain. Why does the timer go while I'm here? Whoa, jeez. Rogue. Look at those peepers. Jeepers creepers. Hello, my baby. Hello, my honey. Hello, my ragtime gal. This is one of those singing frogs. It has the benefit of making your eyes sing with joy. Let me think. It might be fast. No, it's faster to just go down Zora's River. I was considering warping through Kokiri Forest. Here's the thing about the eyeball frog. The game also knows if you teleport while you have that, it just makes the thing spoil faster. There's no way out of it. You gotta run it. Run it back. Preservatives weren't a thing back then. Look, that dilutes the eye drops. What are you gonna do? Put salt on the frog? Then you make salty eye drops, and then nobody wants to put that in their eyes. Maybe with a saline solution, but even then. Go, 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 go. Epona, get over here.
Moip. Moip.
I'm glad that King Zora has a secondary function in this game. Besides worrying about his daughter and then getting frozen. It's character development. Maybe. I got a minute to win it, baby! These two next parts of the Big Orange Sword side quests are timed. You get no rest for the wicked. Oh boy, I'm excited though. Beating another Zelda game. I was talking about it, but after this, I don't have any more Zelda games that are 3D besides Breath of the Wild. I'm still debating whether or not I should play Breath of the Wild before Breath of the Wild 2 comes out. It's gonna be a little bit weird, because I've streamed Age of Calamity, but I haven't streamed Breath of the Wild. It's just not gonna be the same as a first playthrough. Breath of the Wild was the game that got me into Twitch streaming in the first place. What are you doing? Take it! Take it! Back when I was watching Let's Plays on YouTube, it's... back when 10 minutes was all you needed to play a video game. And here it's like, okay, 10 minutes does nothing in Breath of the Wild. I have to watch long-form content. And here we are today. Money doesn't grow on trees. You got it, JT2 legit. Deliver this fresh. Whoa, wait a minute. That's a fresh berry right there. Sprint says, make the same promise you made Drew. If you play Breath of the Wild before 2 comes out, you'll play it alongside. Oh! Even if it's Master Quest? I think I will. Because that's pretty much the only way to recreate the magic for me. Because I know where all the good stuff is in Breath of the Wild. It's like, there's no challenge anymore. But, if it's Master Quest, or Master Mode, rather.
Oh, wow! I haven't seen an eyeball frog like this since Zora's domain froze over.
Makes you wonder, was the King Zora just keeping that in his pocket? Look at the scientist doing a little wiggle.
These eyeballs are so delicious. Tonight I will cook fried eyeballs for the first time in a long time. Such great stuff. Please say thank you to King Zora. Yeah. What? These are for making Big Orange eye drops? Oh, how disappointing. You should have said so in the first place. Oh, maybe we can just make do with one eyeball. I'll save the other one for a snack. Here it is.
Is it full strength?
Fine, I'll use the other eyeball. Fine, but ask King Zora for another one later. This medicine doesn't have any preservatives in it, so it won't last long at this temperature. Run as fast as you can to Test Mountain. Go, young, you can do it.
I love the bottle this thing comes in. It looks like perfume. You traded the eyeball frog for the world's finest eye drops. Any relation to world's finest chocolate? Hurry, take them to Big Orange before they go bad. He says there's no preservatives, but it's funny to me that they last longer than the frog. What did he do to that frog, I wonder? Go, go, go. We got 4 minutes to win it. Wait a minute. Hold on, let's be cocky. While I'm here, I need to pick up something. You know, while I'm here. Oh no. That's not what I meant to do. Yo, 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 get away from me. Hey, stop, stop. Stupid bird. You made me look bad. We have one other route to get up to that roof. Hurry! Save me, Obi-Wan Kenobi. You are my only hope. Thank you, Mr. Scarecrow. Go, 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 go! Hop, 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 hop. Made it! Pizza! The things Link does when he's in a hurry. This is another time, right, guys? I'm sure I haven't screwed myself over. I didn't think that would take an entire minute to get. Run like the wind, Bullseye! No! Up! No, Bona, what are you doing? It's a 1-foot drop. We got time. We got plenty of time. Predictions in chat right now. Oh my god! Got plenty of time. We'll make it. We'll make it easy. There go the eye drops. Ah, you think. You think. There's one. There's two. We got an entire 2 minutes. That's more than enough time. More than enough to kill anything that moves. Would you stop? Oh. Maybe this is one horse race you shouldn't have bet on. This is more than enough time. We'll take 1 minute to get to Kakariko, 1 minute to get to Big Goron. What's the deal? Good of you not to use the speed hacks. Gotta do this legit. You can't even use warp songs. Gotta do this JT2 legit. Oh. The universe is conspiring against us. I'm getting every bad RNG. Any bad RNG emotes in the chat? Ha. 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 Link, I know it hurts your neck, but roll up those stairs, gosh dang it. Oh no. Oh no.
Oh no!
Baby, there's not enough time. No, this is fine. This is great. It takes 30 seconds to get up there. Easy.
Waiting with tears in my eyes.
Don't you cry just yet. Don't you cry no more. It's the final countdown. Da-da-da-da. Ba-da-da-da-da. Ba-da-da-da. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. There's not enough time. How far can I get? 10 seconds from here? Big Goron! I got your eye drops. Get back down here. Please. No, he's right there. Let's try again. I have to start from here. Well, good thing they reset it. Huh. I wonder if there's any glitches introduced by that. What if I can get that heart piece again? Oh, this is wow. We get to see Mr. Mweep again. Great. Wonderful. Brent's doing stuff for Pokemon United. Hope that's been fun. Unfortunately, I just can't get into MOBA games. I don't know what it is. Oh, don't taught to read, Link. You never even learned how to read. You were taught by a tree. It warps you all the way back. Oh, I remember. I remember failing this as a kid back then. I thought, like, oh, what's the worst they could do? Teleport me back to Hyrule Lake Hylia? Oh, no, they just take you all the way back to Zoro's domain. Oop. Alright, good thing we didn't have a stream prediction. Would have lost that race. And I thought I had practice from the running man. Okay, here's what you do. Link, go to the 7-Eleven, get some bags of ice, and preserve the frog. The scientist probably cheaped out. He doesn't have any ice himself. Doesn't he have any liquid nitrogen or anything like that? My phone is running out of battery. The trade-off. It's happening. Apparently my tracking phone only lasts about an hour without being plugged in. Let's see if it overheats. Please, Epona, I am begging you. I'm begging you, cooperate with me on this one thing. Don't make me go all Prince Ferris. I am begging you! You did try warping back then, and you learned the hard way. It wants you to do it the old-fashioned way with hard work. Alright, alright. Epona, please. Epona, please. Epona, please. Epona, please. Can I go up a ladder or something? Please tell me there's a ladder here. Please tell me there's... Good! Alternative route. I'm a-coming! Doctor! When you're running out of HP in Team Fortress 2, and your medic is all the way across the map. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Don't pick that up! Stop and pick the flowers. I got 10 seconds. Here, take it. No! You get to see his little wiggle dance up close.
Yep. Raise the roof. Raise the roof.
Doctor! Turn my speed inhibitors off.
Keep the pain inhibitors ones on, though. I don't want to feel anything.
There's a reason we feel pain. Did we just talk about Metal Gear Rising Revengeance for a second? Like... Raiden normally has his pain inhibitors on? Like, he'd probably be accidentally breaking his own legs, and where the hell is Epona? I will go this way. Oh, she's coming. Oh, here she comes. Hiya! Stop! I mean, continue. I need to get around to playing Revengeance. I gotta play the rest of the Metal Gear Solid series first, though. It's like I want this story to make sense or something. Not likely. Alright. We got the best chance we possibly can. Got a 1 minute lead. We need every second to count. It's called a road, it's called a rainbow road. It's the road you go to when you die. Don't tell me why, though. Don't ask why. Anybody playing any cool games lately? I was saying before stream of how I just got a Steam Deck, and I installed a bunch of games that I haven't, had time to pick up in a while. That's the beauty of the Steam Deck. It doesn't need to be a Switch killer or anything like that. It just needs to let you actually play those PC games in your Steam backlog, Takes away the barrier of having to sit at your actual computer and work up the mental, context to say, instead of going and watching Twitch, instead of browsing the web and browsing whatever social media, launching a game, no, just put it up on your Steam Deck and then do whatever you want while it's loading. KHG Jace, welcome on in. Egg. Hope you're doing good. We're delivering some high drops to a very important Goron. I'm his DoorDash delivery person, and if I don't make it within 1 minute and 40 seconds, I'm not gonna get a tip. Go, Link, go! Yo, Pikachu's too tired to do anything lately, and if he had a Steam Deck, there you go. You'd be tired, but also be playing video games. If I don't make it in 1 minute, his meal will be free. Now, what kind of DoorDash you using? And where can I find it? Oh, geez, this is really down to the wire, isn't it? What's jumping at me? Oh, what? It doesn't... Get away, stop it! Oh, this is bad. I gotta snipe these all ahead of time. Good! Climb, Link, climb! Okay, I might be cheating a little bit because I do have 2 times climbing speed on. But hey, would have made it easy. Big girl, wake up! Here's your dang eye drops. Be careful not to drop the bottle in your eyes.
Really? You brought the eye drops? I'm so relieved. I'm going to use them right now. Wow! This is stimulating. It's working great. Now I can get back to my blade business. My work is not very consistent. I'll give you this to you so you won't forget. After a few days, please return. Wait, just wait patiently.
The Bigoron sword. You got a claim check for it. You can't wait for the sword to be completed. I like this one better. Can I get it now?
Not yet. Hey, you are impatient.
Well, fine. You know what? I don't need your business anyway. You don't need my business anyway. I'm gonna go look for heart pieces instead. Wait a minute. There it is. I think the last thing to do in my quest. Eh? Oh no, it just became daytime. Whatever, I don't want that Skulltula anyway. I already got 51, I don't need it. I'm gonna just totally forget about it. Like when I need to pick up my car at the mechanic. Cause I am gonna be Ganondorf with this little dinky thing, and you can't stop me. Or just play Sun songs like 20 times. Technically only 6, but who's counting? That's how I did it back in the day. But this is a dumb little challenge run I'm doing for fun. Giant Snipe, like the Giant Snipe doesn't get enough love. I don't know if it deserves love, but still. Let's go to Kakariko.
Yep.
That's the shortcut I always take. Easy. Oopsie, oopsie, nice knife. Well, thank you. It's how I do all my stabbing. Somebody put like Manoka Insomnia with a knife. This is how Ganondorf beats his end. A slow bleed out from getting stabbed with a broken knife. Like, he's not even going to die peacefully. It's just going to hurt. I kind of now want to see fan art of me stabbing Ganondorf with the broken knife. And, like, the stab wounds have green blood coming out of them because, you know, the whole thing with the censored cards having green blood. You got a pizza heart! Now you've collected 3 pieces. With another piece, your life energy will be powered up, Mega Man. Beautiful. Big shot. Well, thank you. Thanks for the big shot. Here's the dealio. I don't know which 4 heart pieces I'm missing from this point. You know what I can do? Actually, did I get a read the Ocarina of Time guide thing? Oh, I am so sorry, Brad. I didn't see that redemption. If I ever miss a redemption for reading the Ocarina guide, please, by all means, let me feel free to remind me. But let's read the guide right now. Ow. Should be 5, right? Yep, missing 5 pieces. Let's go look. There's an entire section actually in the back of the guide for heart pieces. Let's go through them. Using an emulator? No, Zeuswood. We're using the PC decompilation version. Also, thanks for the hydrate, Queen Miku. You can't actually use an emulator and get 60 frames per second in this game. Not without hacking the ROM. This is the game decompiled and the engine recompiled for PC. It's actually really cool. Oh, check this out. So this is the heart piece section of the guide. We're almost to the end of the game. We're just grabbing a couple of heart pieces before we beat Ganondorf. Or maybe I'll get them all, I guess? I have most of these. Check this out. Heartfelt help. It was always said that Link had a stout heart, and this was truer than most people have ever knew. Link faced many great trials during his quest, but by gathering the pieces of heart from around Hyrule, he was able to increase his stamina over time. Lon Lon Luck got that one. Mountain Magic got that one. I like how they show you the little way you can just backflip off of the bomb flower section instead of using the little thing. I do have Sun Song. Yeah, Jace, I'm doing this thing where I'm going to beat Ganondorf with a broken Giant's Knife. I'm not going to get the Bigoron Sword. I could just spam the Sun Song and pick it up. I think it's funnier this way. That's just me. I've never actually beat him with the Giant's Knife before. I've done it plenty of times with the Bigoron Sword. This is time for the Giant's Knife to shine. Who else can you say has ever done a Giant's Knife run? Citra Emulator lets you play Uden 60. Okay, that is true. That'll work. I was excited for this version of the game to come out, though. This is a PC decompilation, and it's not there now, but soon we'll have like model mods with custom models and randomizers built in and potentially online play. It's cool that this exists. It only just came out this year. I'm here to show it off and also play some Ocarina. My phone is overheated. Cool. My tracking's not working anymore. Alright, let's go through the heart piece little list. I got the fenced-in one earlier on stream. The Lon Lon Ranch one, I don't remember if I got that one. Let's head over to Hyrule Field. This probably plays better. Yeah, the cool thing is that the way they got 60 frames per second working doesn't mess with the game's logic. It actually interpolates all the animations. So, long story short, the game is still running at 20 whatever frames internally. It just looks nice, which is all you really need. Like to see the mad texture packs? Absolutely. There's already a texture pack, actually. It's over on the Discord for this mod. Not mod, but like port. This port is called the Ship of Harkinian. If you check out their Discord, someone's working on a high-res texture pack right now. They've actually got it working with AI upscaled textures for a lot of the things. I tried to install it earlier, though. It doesn't work on my computer. I don't know if there's something I did wrong or it's just not compatible, but I tried. It still looks good as is, though. Get out of here, you Poe. I don't need you. Is this where? No, this isn't where there's a secret grotto. I ain't dealing with you, Ghosty. Play some other time. This is interpolation, can't even tell. It's better than any interpolation you get on a TV, that's for sure. It's not that they're not interpolating like the whole game. They're interpolating each animation by itself. So stuff like camera movement is actually real. 60 frames per second. Link's animation, it may run at less than 60, but they're smoothing it out. I'm trying to figure out which of these trees have a little grotto next to it. Okay, according to the guide, as Link was striding by the north side of the ranch, Link noticed something odd about a nearby tree. Okay, I need to go to the north side of the ranch. There's that tree. I don't know if it's that one. Maybe it's theirs? This one? Yeah, Jace, we got the one in the fenced-off area by Lake Hylia. Here we go. I'm feeling some agony stone over here. We got it earlier on stream already. Sorry, partner! It's okay, she's invincible. Tight. Die. Easy peasy. Interpolate this. How does one interpolate a chicken butt? Give me the instructions. I'll follow them. You remember this one now. This is one of the ones I always forget. Up until this point, I've basically done this without a guide. Just finding the ones that I remember existing. This one is like one of the ones you just have to explore for. It's probably one of the ones people get last. Alright, let's continue. Look at that, we got 19 hearts. This will be easy. Alright, back to the bones. Got the one over by the cow cage. Got the one talking to the guy on the roof. Got the Dampé's heart-pounding tour. Oh, we need to race Dampé again. We need to rave. Yeah, we need to have a little rave with Dampé in the grave. If you race him twice and beat his time within a minute, you actually get a heart piece from him. That's 1 out of 4. Grotto. Oh, and there's also one in that little race area if you take a different path. So let me just go get that. Wonderful. Dampé, I'm coming for a visit. Rave. Everybody get your dance emotes out.
Yep.
Was this one Dampé's grave? Think so. Nope, it's the fairy fountain. Rave Lord Dampé. He's the rave digger. Which one was Dampé's grave again? You're supposed to know because it's the one that wasn't a flower grave last time. I think it's this one. There we go.
Young man, are you fast on your feet? I may not look like it, but I'm confident in my speed. Let's have a race. Follow me if you dare.
Good to see you too, Dampé. Oh, the fun we had. Remember when we were digging in the graveyard back when you were alive? And you were like, dig here? And I was like, yes. And you were like, wow, heart piece. And then I left forever. That was basically the extent of our interactions. I need to remember which of these alternate routes has the little extra heart piece in it. I think it's where you get like the 3 ledges to climb up. Yeah, here. I'm gonna try to get the minute time though. I'm almost there. Almost there.
Yep.
4 and 5, baby! The power of the long shot. I'm sorry, Dampé. I had to replace your treasured springy boingy thing. Here, you can have the original hookshot if you want. I wish you could give Dampé back his hookshot. He treasured it so much in life. I'm like, it served me well, but I found a better one.
The time of this race was 54 seconds. You're back, young man. Where's the present I gave you? Fun and useful. Heart.
Very useful. Thank you, Damp. Can I call you Mr. Damp? His full name. Damp Moistness. You hate the grave digging tour. It always takes you 8 tries. I was prepared to do that. As long as it took on stream. It just happened to be the second digging spot I ever... I checked. Good RNG, good RNG. Scribbles, what's up, Scribbles? Got any new magic cards lately? Double Masters? I kind of said it earlier, but I've been tuning my Yu-Gi-Oh deck recently. It's the, you know, the new Tier 0 deck that everyone's making. With the lightning bolts wearing jackets and the frogs. I'm fully prepared for the frogs to get banned, though. They've already been banned in Japan. They're very oppressive. They basically got this card that's like, counter anything your opponent does, and also steal the card that you're countering. It's totally fair, especially when you can do it twice a turn. Sprite gonna get hit next ban list. That's why I gotta go start doing some tournaments while they're still legal. I wonder if they're gonna get hit the same way they've been in Japan. Japan gets their Yu-Gi-Oh cards a couple of months earlier than the US does. So we get to see, like, all the banned stuff early.
Oh no!
Stop it, you re-dead. I'm here for some heart. Oh, this also still goes to Dampe. Alright, well, that's interesting. Oh no, you just fail! Okay, let me think. Let's leave the guide. After obtaining the hookshot from Dampe's spirit, Link decided to entertain his ghostly friend with a song. As the last strains... Oh no, wait, I'm dumb. This is the heart piece from the windmill itself. Alright, we're good on that one. I thought there might have been a heart piece inside here. Maybe I'm thinking of Majora's Mask or something. First chicken goes to Dampe. For all your hard work. Alright, well, no reason to be here, I don't think. Let's look for the next heart piece. Only 3 left. Got the 50 Skulltula piece. Got the one in the graveyard from using a bean. As Link strolled for the graveyard, he felt that there's something odd about one of the gravestones. Pulling the stone with all the might, he found a secret chamber. Bless you, Link. Must be cold in here. Alright, let's find that one. Since I'm, you know, here in the graveyard. The graveyard, sorry. Let's find a hidden chamber. Jump.
Nani?
One of these graves is suspicious, I can feel it. Oh, just make somebody angry. Hey. I'm angering the spirits. Look, more friends! Oh. I like how the grave still moves, even after I get hit. Haha! The slime yard. Die. Oh, you can't die. Most recent card Scribbles got was a Street Fighter Secret Rare. Ooh, I just finished my Zangief Commander deck. Ah! Who said you could touch? No! Sorry, buddy. Maybe. Was this the one? Ow. Yeah, that's the one. Funny that didn't appear when I played it the first time. JT2 legit just finished your tier limit stack. Oh, tier limit's gonna be really good too. All the tournaments in Japan basically have Sprite and tier limits going neck and neck against each other. I actually really like the format. There's something about decks just going ham. It's weird, even though they're really good cards, And of course, Konami's just, just keeps wanting to make money off of them. The game itself is in a really fun place where both decks can do their thing, but also like interact with each other in interesting ways and recover it accordingly, I like where it is. It's a separate discussion on Konami's greed. We know they're greedy. Alright, next one. You gotta wait for those Ishizu cards. Yep. Just getting ready for that. I've got a friend who's making a Tier Elements deck. We actually bought a case of Power of the Elements. So we got enough cards to make both a Sprite and Tier Elements deck. It's amazing. Pretty good. He made a branded Tier Elements, which is interesting. I mean, they're both fusions. Alright, so we got that one, Got the frogs, both of those. I think we got both of these. Yeah, this is the one in the middle of the river, and this is the one at the end. So I got both. Did the mini game, got the bomb shoe bowling, returned the dog. Did I do... You know what? I haven't done this Skull Kid one. I did this Skull Kid one, but not this one. Alright, let's play the Saria song. How many... Let's see. How many heart pieces am I missing still? Just 2. So it's this one. And then what else? Got the one in the frozen Zoro's Domain Jabu Jabu area. Got that one. Got the one at the bottom of the lake. Got that one. Got that one. Got that one. Oh, the fishing is Young Link. Yeah, those are the only ones I'm missing. Yep, got everything else. Alright, it's youngin' time. Here, I thought I was ready to be an adult. Turns out I still got taxes to pay.
Well, I'd heard,
Shadow Storm Rider can see Link just tossing away his old stuff when he gets upgrades. The hookshot's still in the water temple, sitting next to the chest where the long shot was. Oh, that is so sad. It's gathering dust. Or maybe the temple's full of water, so it's gathering rust. Never to squish and stretch ever again. Thanks for the toss, Miku. Y'all excited? We're almost there. Link's almost at full power! It'd be cool. What if there was a Gerudo mask in Majora's Mask? And then you could become Gerudo. And then you get the power to be a badass pirate lady. You just get like a scimitar. You could do all the cool spins that the Gerudo guards do in Ocarina of Time. I can see it. I need to go fishing, and I need to... What was the other thing? I was just thinking about it. It was just in my head. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. I forgot. Guide, save me. Oh yeah, Skull Kid. Almost there, baby. What can I say about Ocarina of Time? I need to collect my thoughts on it while it's the last stream of it. Hi, Saria. Bye, Saria. You become a sage in 7 years. Good luck with that. Spoilers. You know what's interesting is this is a time travel story without all of the usual, like, worrying about what happens to the timeline after every time you travel back. The fans can worry about it, but Link doesn't give a care in the world. It kind of represents Link's attitude to all of this stuff in the first place. He's a hero. He does what he's told. He knows not the implications of his actions. Hey, Skull Kid, I got a song for you. It's the song you're hearing constantly while you live here. Now you can finally learn it.
Let's play again sometime.
Oh, wait, I did this one already. Crap. Oh no, I'm actually missing one. Okay, I need to go back to the guide. Which one am I missing? Oop. Chicken brain. I thought it'd be so easy. Here's the thing, though. I think... No, I think I've gotten all the other ones. I got the one on top of the Grotto Fortress. I remember hookshotting the Scarecrow for that one. I just need to fish. Got to the bottom of the laboratory dive. I had to have gotten that one in the ice cavern when I was there last time. That's it. Is that really it? It's always the last one. It's always the last one. I can't remember. I can't remember which one I wouldn't have done. Unless the one on top of Lake Hylia reset. I have to go check again. Whatever, let's go fishing. I don't want to think about it right now. There's Skull Kids by the Slingshot minigame. I did that one on stream. The one where you have to play their little song, repeat it back to them one note at a time. That one was kind of hard. Because I had to use my brain and memorize things. You know what? While we're here, I'm gonna go check if the one on top of the lake lab reset. Otherwise, I can't think of any other one I'm missing. You know, technically, since I got this one as an adult, it should be still here as a kid. Time travel. But Link, you gotta wait 7 years for the magic beans. Or just work out for a couple hours and learn how to climb. I wonder if it's even here as a kid. Will the game even recognize? Oh, whoa! Man, why your laboratory gotta be so weird shaped, dude? Who needs a ladder? I might need a ladder. Wait a minute. Uh-oh. Whoa! Oh no! Nope. Either it doesn't reset, or either it's not here as a kid, or it counts as when I got it ready. Crap. I'm at a loss. I can't just remember which one I'm missing, because in my brain I've gotten all of these. At one point or another. You think maybe that heart piece that like glitched out in Grotto Fortress, maybe that was supposed to be a heart piece? Hey, don't climb that. Fishing man, give me fishing pole. I need fishing pole now. Aye, yeah. You want to go fishing for 20 rupees? Oh no, you don't have a rumble pack. Yes, I do. Okay, listen up. Walk up to the water's edge and yum. Alright, gone fishing. Alright. We know the strats. Biggest fish always in the middle of the pond. Doesn't matter what time it is. Have I tried turning my brain off and turning it on to see if it works? Yeah, I did that, but then I died. I don't recommend it. No, I scared it away! Nothing to fear, fishy. I'm just a child. Okay, this is still doable. But a lot harder. Come on. Come on. Come on. Yeah, you see it. Yeah, you see it. You don't see it. That's the thing. Once you scare away the fish in the middle, it retreats over here. I don't want to get the sinking lure. That invalidates my score. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, that's not the fish I wanted. Hey. Oh, good, it's back. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you want it. You want it. Tasty little treat. Just for you. You can have it. Just have to get it. Yeah, I shouldn't reel it in too much ahead of time. Oh, stop, stop. I don't want you. Get away from me. Come on. Come on. Come on.
Hey!
Quiet, Navi. I'm having fun. Gotta back up a little bit. Okay, this should be the perfect amount. I'll lure it from here. There we go. Yeah. 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 Oh, do you see the loach? The loach is here. I can't get that. It's not possible to get the loach without the sinking lure, is it? Look through the heart pieces to see if that place had a heart piece. Yeah, there isn't actually a heart piece above the jail. There's one near the jail in a treasure chest. I thought I got that one, but I could try to get it again. Please. Please. Please, eat it. Eat it. Eat it. I don't remember this one being so stingy. Oh, did he retreat to the center again? Fine, I'll get one of these fish. I did it when I got the carpenters. Yeah, that's what I thought. I can't remember if it's better to move the control stick in the direction the fish is going or go against it. Look at that loach, just sitting there, menacingly. I don't even have to wait until it rains or anything. It just is. Heck it, if I get that heart piece, I'm going for the loach. Yo, fish. Yo, yo. Yeah? I'm not gonna move the control stick. I'm just gonna reel it in. I'm gonna reel it in. Yeah? Come on. What do I gotta do to make this fish bite? Fine, you know what? I'll lure it from over here. Oh yeah, he'll bite for sure this time. Yeah, that's right. That's right. That's right. Get close. You're right there. Please. Wow. I'm not a pro fisherman. I'm not a pro bass shop fisherman. Use one of my wings as bait. Attract him with chicken of the sea.
Yup.
Oh, the loach moved to the center.
Oh, there you go.
All right, this is the one that has to count.
Yeah, it's coming.
Baby, biggest fish in the lake.
Come on.
You think this lake has a closed ecosystem? Or does the fisherman dude just like buy fish at the market and just throws them in here? There's just no way they can grow this big in captivity. It's like how you can't have big goldfish in a bowl, you know? Come on, it's right there. Link, just grab it. Grab it. Link, it's right there. Look at that, it's bigger than you, man. This is a real lunker. Let's see, it weighs 10 pounds. Keep it. Now you might have noticed a fish drop into the water. That was the 2-pounder I caught earlier. Don't, it's not, I didn't throw back the 10. Hey buddy, I got a fish for you. Let me show it to you. Biggest fish ever caught in this pond. 6 pounds. Can I just show him from behind the counter? He ain't got no legs. What do you want? Weigh my fish. Whoa! This fish is huge. It looks like a new record. Weighs at least 10 pounds. Seriously. Okay, here's your prize. 3 pieces. I'm right there, man. Aw, jeez. Well, now that I know that the loach is here, you can get the sinking lure as a kid, right? I think so. Oh, wow! Is this what I think it is? Astonishing! You snagged a sinking lure. Use it. It's illegal. This is illegal, you know. Now, where is that fishy fish? This is a fishing stream now, everybody. I hope you're ready for the next 2 hours. I know it was here. I saw it. It doesn't leave the pond. It can't do that, right? Is that it over there? I think it is. Ah, this is behind it, isn't it? Come on! Ah, this lure really is cheating. Fishing Simulator starring Link! What's going on? Common Rider, welcome to the fishing stream. Hope you're ready for some fishing memes. What's the meme right now? Man, I love fishing. Oh wait, it moved over there. Wait, are there 2 loaches? Am I just... what? There can't be 2 loaches in the lake, is there? I'm confused now. Cameron Rider, thank you for the raid. How was Mighty Morphin Power Rangers the Fighting Edition? Are you working on a speed run? I know that game is popular for it, apparently. What's up, Common? Brad, long time no see. Doing a little fishing. Trying to think of what the last... oh, come on, it's right there. It's coming up to the surface for air. Trying to figure out what the last hard piece I need is. Maybe a little salamander or something. I have never seen 2. Is that even possible? Sega Bass Fishing! More like Sonic Adventure Big the Cat mode.
Froggy, where are you?
Fish fear me. Chickens love me. I've seen a version of that hat. It's like, fish fear me. Women fear me. Men fear me. Just everyone fears me. What's going on? What's wrong with the bait? Do I gotta be right in front of it? Common was practicing some speedruns for Power Rangers, Kamen Rider games. Perfect! Inspired by a certain field of bradders. Can love roam on the bradder field? Sure can. Eat it. Eat it. Eat it. Eat it. Eat it. Whoa, whoa! You see that fish trying to ram me? Whoa. I gotta try one more time. If not, we're gonna go back to the guide. This is fun and all, but I did not need to be here this long. Sprint can't sleep, bouncing around streams. Gotta sleep, man. Or else you're gonna be like me, with Manoka insomnia, stabbing Ganondorf in the neck with a broken knife. This is relaxing, though. Sleepy memories, welcome, welcome. Yeah, hope the speedruns went well, comment. Alright, I've had enough of this. I'm out of here. You don't get a second heart piece from fishing as an adult, right? I broke the record as an adult. I got the gold scale. I am here to turn in my fishing rod. Alright, do you want to fish with a different lure? Hey, what's that? You just picked it up? Usually the rules say you can't use one of those. I mean, usually. Ah, what the heck. This is his only job. You think he makes a lot of money doing this? Common did not PB, but your muscle memory came back. I'm glad at least that came back. I'm trying to think of which heart piece I'm missing. I serenaded the frogs. I'm gonna check Zora's River one more time. I have a feeling that maybe I didn't get that one. Maybe. I'm assuming I did because it's on the way. Can't think I wouldn't have. Alex Shaggy Lose, welcome on in. Is this 60 frames? Yeah, it do be. I'm so glad that that's the first thing people notice when they come into a stream of this mod. Not mod, but version. This is the PC port of the game. You may have heard in the news that Super Mario 64 got reverse engineered and ported to the PC. This year the same thing happened to the Zelda Ocarina of Time. This version is still in its infancy, but they've already added so much. Don't mind that I am a VTuber with a non-moving model. My phone, which I usually use for tracking, has overheated, so I just am. I'm just constantly in shock. Look at my expression. Don't even worry about it. You got quality of life features such as not only 60 frames per second in widescreen, but bunny hood that actually functions like the Majora's Mask hood, bug fixes, and the ability to climb everything as if this was frickin' Breath of the Wild or something. Pretty good. Gonna try using a tracker? There's actually a built-in tracker common for the randomizer. I haven't used it yet. Oh, it's a fairy fountain? Don't need this. Okay, that was my idea of what I might be missing. I'm gonna save real quick. Maybe Did I get the heart piece from the Bonshu bowling minigame? Maybe I remember doing the minigame on stream, but I don't remember whether or not I beat it. Like, I beat it, but I got like the Bombchu upgrade, the bomb bag upgrade. I don't know if I got the pizza heart. Let's check. Built-in tracker, need to try it. It's really good. I can recommend it. This is the version of Ocarina of Time I'll play in the future going forward. As nice as the 3DS version is, I think I'll only play that version for Master Quest now. Oh, well, if you wanted to figure out, if you wanted to see Link climbing the invisible walls, there you go. Ascend! Ascend! Going all up around Castle Town. I seem delicious even as a PNG. Well, thank you.
Oh, what? Uh-oh, customer.
Yeah, customer. What do you got? You got heart pieces in stock today? I need to know. What do you get? Yeah, there it is! Last one we need. Yeah, I think I did this on stream, but I couldn't get it more than once. Here we go. This is for the fate of Hyrule. If I don't win this little Bonshu bowling game, Ganondorf's gonna take over. Oh, good, thank you. All right, little chicken, don't screw me over. I'm gonna let you cross the road first. Yeah, 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 yeah! First try. Come on, come on, come on. Oh. I was a little overzealous. I was hoping. Okay, now I just gotta let RNG guide me. Hup. Stay right there, stay right there, stay right there! Big chicken. Fried chicken. Yeah, 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 get out of the way!
Come on.
I think when I did this the first time, I just yeeted the Bombchu, like, almost directly left and right, or right. And it made it into the hole regardless. Uh-oh, damn it! Oh, 4 more tries. Stay right there, stay right, stop! Anybody want fried chicken? I think we're gonna have plenty by the end of this. Oh, he's just so big. Yeah, I think going the route of avoiding the chickens entirely is the way to go. It's more skill-based, but also more consistent, hopefully. Yeah. Oh, what? Oh, that cleared him. There's no way it didn't. Motionless chicken, just like my model. It's just me. I gotta wait until they're just totally clear of the path. Totally clear of it. The fate of Hyrule rests on this one Bombchu. Can we do it? Oh, not now, not now. There! No! Yes, 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 yes! Woo! That was too close. That was almost a chicken sandwich. Hey, hey, hey! You got a Pizza Heart. You completed another heart container. Your maximum energy is increased. Want to play again? No. I don't have to play if I don't want to. I don't want to. Save it. Just go. Now, if there were that many chickens in the game, I'd have no chance of making the hole-in-one. The strike, whatever you want to call it. Okay, there seem to be a lot of chickens on stream. Now hold on, now wait a minute. Now hold on, now wait a minute. There was 100 in there somewhere. You may not believe it, but it's true. Alright, while I'm here, I need to remember to do this. I'm saving this one bottle for at least one blue potion. Oh, you can't get a blue potion here. Oh, crap. All right, you get it from the lady in Kakariko. All right. All right. All right. It's been a long time coming, but it is time. Ganondorf, say your prayers. Oh, here I come. With a full 20 hearts, I finally have 20 copies of Mati's ring from Captain Planet. That's what the power of heart is. Each one gets you another pip of life in Zelda.
See ya.
Was I trying to get 100% before fighting the boss? I mean, might as well, right? There aren't that many heart pieces in this game, compared to, I don't know, Twilight Princess. I did everything there is to do in the game. I fought the running man. I killed him. He'll never run again. I got the Bigoron sword claim check. Now I can turn it into a bottle, right? Never mind that I don't have the Bigoron sword yet. Giant's knife, broken. Don't need it. Don't want it. Now I get to take on Ganondorf at full strength. With what is effectively 40 hearts. Can you imagine once I get the double life upgrade? The running man from Metal Gear 1, yes. What's his name? Running Duck? Ooh! I haven't played this cutscene yet. Let's go!
Link, can you hear me? It's Rauru, the Sage. We six will gather our power to create a bridge to the castle where Ganondorf dwells. The castle's keep, which is known as Ganon's Tower, is protected by 6 evil barriers. Bring down the 6 barriers and save Princess Zelda.
Wow, a rainbow bridge. Look, Link is like testing it out. They used the animation like 3 times in the entire game. Dragon Quest did it first. Well, too bad. Zelda's gonna do it second. Wait, Link, why not just climb it from the outside? It's a lot safer. What does it even look like from up there? Oh. I think Ganondorf cheaped out of the construction. It's like all the castles and facades in Disneyland. They're all designed to look bigger than they are. Oh, wait a minute, hold on. I need to stock up on arrows and bombs and stuff. And also, I never bought that blue potion. I know everyone was excited to get in here. Just anticlimactic.
Potion seller.
Can't work here.
Potion seller. I need your strongest potions.
Shark, what's up? You thought we were playing a good game today. We are. It's called Read the Ocarina of Time Guide. Little did you know it's a visual novel. Let's put it up, baby! I mean, we've been reading the guide. Don't worry about it. Close your eyes, there's spoilers. Ganon's Castle. The Rainbow Bridge. Once the hero of time had collected all 6 sages' medallions, it was time to face the final great task, the conquest of Ganon's castle. During the dark years while Link had slept, Hyrule Castle had been replaced by the ominous fortress of Ganon. The Dark Palace rose on an island in the midst of a moat of lava. Impossible to reach. When Link arrived at the edge of the precipice, he almost despaired. But Rauru, the Sage of Light, appeared to Link in his moment of need. With the combined power of the 6 sages, Rauru created a rainbow bridge to span the gulf. Then he bade Link to save Zelda from the clutches of the evil Ganon. And so began the final chapter of Link's heroic quest to save Hyrule from eternal darkness. Darkness. Eternal Darkness? That's a Nintendo game. CC Ducato, what's up? How's it going? I am this close to beating Ocarina of Time. You don't even know. You probably know. People are probably waiting for me to go just shut up and do it. Don't worry, I'm preparing. I'll get there. I'll get there. I'm also a little stuck today. My phone's been wanting to overheat. Maybe I should start streaming with air conditioning on. I think after this stream. Currently my phone's charging. Here we go. I'm back. My face was frozen a little bit there. I told you all I was too busy exercising my eyebrows. It took a while, but I'm here. AC on, pants off. That's how I like to stream. I don't stream with AC in LA. I take too much pride in my vocal quality and microphone quality that I don't turn on the AC, even though like I could and I should. And I do have a filter to reduce the air conditioning sound. But like, I just want it to sound good though. Ultimate Potion, 200 rupees. Ain't nothing. Let's also get some arrows and bombs over here. Bombs? Why climb the ladder? I'll climb the wall instead. Whoa. Alright, I'll climb this wall instead. Go, Link, go. Spider Link. Does whatever a Spider Link does. Can I climb over this? Yeah. I never noticed how angular this guy's eye ridges are. It's like his eyes are just protruding.
Welcome. We moved here from the castle town, and I know times are tough. Well, I hope you can be a steady customer for us.
Oh, I have been. For years and years, don't you even doubt it. Almost full on arrows. Full enough on arrows. Can buy more bombs. And these nuts? And these nuts? And these nuts? Perfect. Beautiful. Climbing on his chest. He's a big guy. I needed to see the wares. They were behind him. He was blocking them. Wonderful. Getting some edibles for Ganon's castle. You know, it's a magic potion. Wink, wink. There's a reason it's the strongest potion. It's got the good stuff in it. Potion seller! I wasted a nut. Is that where he goes after work, CC Ducato? I never knew. No wonder he hasn't shown interest in Malon or Zelda. Whoop. You can't handle my strongest potions. My strongest potions could kill a man.
Potion seller, I'm heading into battle. I need your strongest potions.
You can't handle my strongest potions. You know what that has the same energy of? It's like when someone completely randomly new comes into a stream and they're like, hey, I'm gonna make the best, awesomest stream team ever. I just need you to follow me back, and then we can all band together to beat the partner system at Twitch, and I'll make you part of my team. Just make sure to lurk my stream as much as possible. All these follow for follows deals and all that. That's not how Twitch works. You can't just force that. I'm sorry, you may think you got it figured out, but it's not exactly gonna work. Alright. Look at this, look at this. What's stopping me from just waltzing on in? A fancy texture? Or crippling pain. Something like that. This is Ganon's tower. It has a snippet of every dungeon in the game. You just gotta... Oh. Apparently just gotta climb the Armo statues. It's sort of a little boss rush, Mega Man style. Go through 6 challenges, all representing the different dungeons from the game. And you'll be worthy to take on Gannon. I'll do this the cheesy way. I'll take that. Slugs! Slug this! They keep doing this. Oh, look! There's an area up there where I guess you need to use a bomb shoe. Is that the only place in the game you need to use a bomb shoe? I think you'd be able to fire through the bars, I guess. Can I despawn that block with a door trick? That block? You mean the block that... Oh. Where's that? You mean the block that you need to carry with gold gauntlets? I don't remember. I don't know about that trick. Oh, look at that. That's how you're supposed to do it. I decided to save one trip to the equipment screen, though. I'm full up on bomb shoes. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no, 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 no. Massive block in the main room. What's the door trick? Out of all the times I've played Ocarina of Time, that's just one I don't know. Alright, let's see if I can do this first try. If I were Ocarina of Time's developers, I would make it so the correct sun switch is the last one you try, which is probably one closer to your entrance. I'd say this one. I meant that one. Ah! Die. Ooh, money. You only know about the CD trick. Oh, the one where you CD's nuts? Pretty good trick. I like using it. Ha! Second try. Was almost right. Hello? Nut. Eh. Let's pop the balloon of fate. What did this have to do with the forest temple, by the way? Eh? Nani? Oh yeah, light arrows. I forgot I had those already. Die! Beautiful. Oh wait, this was the spirit temple? I guess I did it first. The spirit barrier is disabled. Hurry up, Link. Thank you, Naboro. I just wanted to see Naboro again. She's the sage that I spend the least time with, you know? I needed to, be more familiar with her. King Silva, welcome. The fact that so many people are playing this game and here you are not able to pass Bongo Bongo. You can do it, King Silva. I do think I do think Bongo Bongo is the hardest boss in this entire game. I say that having played through basically the entire game right now. You know, there's the fact that I guess I have to be red. Dabu dee dabu die. That I'm going through the game with a broken giant's knife. Just for fun. I mean, I'm basically doing tricks that make it so that I don't have to suffer through its damage. Oh man, I have to come back after I get the golden gauntlets. But I am technically using the giant's knife. Oh crap, oh crap. There we go, now we can do it. I like to think, uh-oh. Ah! That was a bad idea. I like to think that the in-universe reason that using the hammer before using the knife actually makes it do damage is because I use the hammer on the knife, smashing it even further, so that there are even more little bits of shrapnel and whatnot coming off of it. Oh, I know. I can't even do this until I get the gauntlets. I need to carry that big old pillar and then throw it over across the room. Alright, let's go to a different section. How many of y'all knew about the hover boots trick in that room, though? When you're wearing the hover boots, you don't cause that middle platform to fall. Tenderize the meat before you cut it. Talking about meat up in here? Now, Buru is the sage you'd like to spend the most time with, huh? If only. If only. We gotta find her in the original timeline. Like, where is Naburu? In the timeline where she was never captured by the witches, say. I'm assuming that if Link never goes and gets the silver gauntlets, Naburu never gets caught by Twinrova. Maybe that's true, maybe it's not true. I like to think of it that way. She's just off, maybe in Ganondorf jail, trying to go against him.
Oh!
It's timed! Alright, alright, alright. Do not even try it. Ah! He tried it! My shoes were too slippery. Look at him, he's trying to run away. Oh. No! But why, though? But why, though? Why? Does this work? I hope it works. I need that. I want the blue tunic. It's my tunic. Give it back. That was ours. Why are we still here? Just to suffer? Here's what I'm thinking. Here's what I'm thinking. There was that time that Skulltula respawned. Maybe the like respawns with the same tunic inside it. As long as I haven't actually left the room, you know? Ah, stop it! At least he can't take the mirror shield. Stop wearing these things. Here we go. Give it back. Those are my duds. My drip. Please? No, I don't even have enough money to buy a new one. I have no reason to live anymore. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna go to Zoro's domain to buy a new one. I guess. I have never done that before. I have never let a Leglet get away before. Again, I've never gone through this game with a giant's knife. Probably the real reason. Oh no. Isn't it like a 15-second time limit? I'm not sure if there's a time limit. I think you just have to not leave the room. Silva's playing this game with a keyboard and mouse. Oh, that's probably why you're having an issue with Bongo Bongo. Bongo Bongo is hard enough with just actual gamepad even. That's fair. Do-ba-do. Do-ba-do. What's this? Oh, it's rusty. Oh, there was a path here this entire time. I think that's the first switch in this entire game that uses the Megaton Hammer that I actually hit with the Megaton Hammer. Ow. I deserve that. And now Link just tosses the silver gauntlets on the ground. And he just tosses them to the like here. You want to eat my stuff so bad? Die. Sprint got common. Got him in what? The shadow barrier's dispelled. Go save the princess. Sprint, did you get common with a D's nuts? If so, I'm proud of you. If not, I'm still proud of you. Thanks for the follow. You did the thing you do best. You gave Common a video game? Oh, what'd you buy him? Was it Final Fantasy? You thought you were just gonna get a pie on your Steam account? Oh, like in the mail? Oh, that's the long game right there. I don't need to put on the golden gauntlets, do I? Why am I not able to just... What? What? Is this breaking because I have the climb anything cheat on? Give me a second. As fun as it is, I don't really need it anymore. Welcome on in if you haven't seen this game. This is the PC version of the game. You may notice it is a silky smooth 60 frames per second. Yeah, there you go. Alright, lesson learned. You can't play this entire game with the climb anything cheat on. As much as I would like to. Imagine if that broke the barrier. Beautiful. Oh, it's the light temple. Well, the light temple that doesn't exist. Check this out. There's a secret path over here. Dessert fraud. Smoother than this. Smoother than these moves? No thanks. Oh. I know this room. Does any of you sell a blue tunic? No? How about you? Arrows? No. How about you? Bombs? Rope? Lamp oil? You want it? You got it. Whatever, ripoff. Alright, I'm gonna make a quick stop outside of the dungeon for the double health Great Fairy. And then a quick stop by Zoro's Domain. My only regret is that it takes a while to get to Zoro's Domain when you're an adult. Can't just warp to Lake Hylia and dive down. It's frozen. How you doing, Soul Sapphire? Having a fun night tonight? What were you playing today? Was it Monster Hunter? I can't keep track these days. I'm too busy when it's work hours, unfortunately. Cast my magic spell. Chicken Wing Guardian Livio these nuts! What's the effect of this spell? It lifts a bucket of chicken off the ground and then just sends it flying right into your face. Beautiful, mate. Work. I know. The problem. We have some new hires at work, so me being one of the longest standing people on the team. I actually have to teach people things. Problem is, I don't know things. It's hard to teach people things when you don't know things. Yeah, look at that. It was just the last Great Fairy that showed off a little bit. Welcome, Link. I am the Great Fairy of Courage. I'm going to enhance your defensive power. Receive it now. Wub, 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 wub. I can feel my skin calcifying. Wow. Your defensive power is enhanced. Last Great Fairy of the game. Damage inflicted by enemies is reduced by half. Thank you, Fairy. Bye-bye. Wonderful. Obst Connoisseur's old subscription sound. I will never forget it. Back when he was using that, I actually suggested that he take, like, a cutscene of the Great Fairy coming out of the fountain and then, like, green screening it somehow. It ended up being a lot more work than it needed to be, unfortunately. Alright, check this out. Fastest way to make money in the game. I haven't needed to do it, but this is what I do whenever I play Ocarina of Time. Egg. Fan service fairy. You know, speaking of pointy things, I was just watching Great Aurora play Spyro 2, I think. Which one is the one that has Terra in it? Terra as in, you know, very clearly a parody of Lara Croft. You can really tell in the original PlayStation 1 model of that character. She's just as pointy as Lara is. We were trying to catch the fairy with a Pokeball. You just hit my face. Fair enough. Can't break my nose if I don't have a nose. Alright, here we go, here we go. Easy money in Ocarina of Time. Here's how you do it. All you need is an empty bottle.
Triangles.
You do have a beak. It's chitinous. Can't break that easy. Fall into this little hole. Grab the fishy. You got the fish. Open this. And you get 20 rupees. Well, then you just waltz on over to the person over here begging, but actually giving out money, and sell the fish immediately. 200 rupees, easy. Or 100, I forget. Super Ninja, well, hey, bow, bow. Can I interest you in a fish? Welcome on in, everybody. Now you're playing with Bauer. How you doing, man? I know you've been a little sick recently, so I'm glad that you're ready to stream and back. How is Silent Hill? You're continuing on with that. Have you beaten it yet? Are you going for a second run or anything like that? Try not to. I don't know much about Silent Hill, but I'm trying not to accidentally spoil anything. If there is anything to spoil, I'm not sure. What's up, Malcove Dreth? What's up? Welcome on in, Fluffy Obi. Good to see you again. Yemi Sale, Bauer, Arsonist Apollo, Kitty Bit Games. How's it going, everybody? Divine Fox. Y'all having a good time out here? How was the stream? Also, Fluffy Obi, thank you for the resub. Welcome back to the chicken coop. Grab a nest, get comfy, and enjoy the emotes. I have shuffled them around a little bit since the last time you were here. I don't know if you noticed. I'm changing them all the time, so I can't tell you exactly what's changed. I will say that a new follower emote's up. Manoka Insomnia. It's, from our friend of the stream, Nmod Kamen Rider. I'm not sure if the Zoro tunic costs 300 or 400, but, Either way, I'm getting it. You haven't the foggiest what happens in Silent Hill, except for the fog. That definitely happens. You had to stop because you're sick. Oh, I see. Get that rest, Bauer. I was thinking it was a little bit early. Yo, thanks for that raid, everybody. We're playing some Zelda Ocarina of Time. Let's let Bauer get his rest. Hope you still had a good stream regardless. And here, maybe this fish soup will help you feel better. I don't know if it's fish soup, but it's definitely fish broth. We are right on the cusp of finishing Zelda Ocarina of Time. I'm sorry I don't get a fancy raid video like Bauer does, but we're preparing. You see, we got our 20 hearts full. Now I'm thinking of the easiest way to get the Zoro's Domain. I think it would be through the Lost Woods. I could just take on Ganondorf right now, but I have to be blue when I'm doing it. It doesn't count otherwise. We're playing on the fancy new PC version that came out this year of Ocarina of Time. It's totally official, don't you worry about it. At least it's legal. At least. A silky smooth 60 frames per second. The best way to play the game. Debated. And it's one of my favorite games, definitely from 1998. And there are a lot of games that came out in 1998. Draw Tunic's only 300? Oh, good. Then I guess I have a little bit extra. Thank you, Night Messenger. Yeah. If you don't know me, my name is Chris. I am a chicken that has Wario's mustache apparently right now. Egg. And I play Nintendo games, do the voices, relish in nostalgia, among other things. I went too far back. And generally like to have fun here. Other games I'm playing now include Ace Attorney Investigations 2. You know, I'd give y'all an example of voice acting, but there's not really anybody to talk to right now. Just sit back and enjoy the show. Hey, the Snowmans! What's up, Snowmans? I saw you building the Psycho Gundam. I hope that doesn't take too long. I didn't even know they sold kits of that thing. Oh, I see. Sorry I won't ever come back. But I made a promise to Saria. Where all these chickens come from? What kind of person are you, mister? If Flint came back, I would be sure to tell him that Saria had been waiting for him. Because Saria really liked. Hey, you. If you see him somewhere, please let him know. And also, I'm sorry for being mean to him. Tell him that, too. I will, Mido. I will. He's out there somewhere. And now I disappear like a ninja. You never saw me! 60 frames, Zoot. Always feels so bizarre. Yeah, 60 frames per second, widescreen, among the many nice features that this version has. You know what I want to do? You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna try installing this on my Steam Deck. I just got one. I was telling everybody before stream that I've been installing games on it, like Spyro Reignited Trilogy and World of Horror. I'm thinking of using it as a way to stream PC games without having to run them on this PC. I see that. Hold on. There's a spider over here. I gotta squish it. Miku needs some sleep before work. Have a good one, Miku. I'm glad that your new job's going well. Congratulations again. I can't congratulate you enough. Yeah. They don't make years like 97 and 98 anymore. They sure don't. Did I wait too long? Was this timed? Alright, Zelda's Lullaby again. Make the water sleep. 98, the OP year. It sure was, Ninbao. Like, I'm doing that meme on Twitter where 1 like equals 1 video game for each year. Hey, you ever notice when you do this cutscene, Link crouches if you do it as an adult? Yeah, look, he just stood up. It's because that cutscene was made for young Link. So for that brief moment, Link gets squished. His legs just... Ooh. Beautiful. You knew this looked slick. It's really good. I recommend it. They're working on it. They're adding like randomizer support. It's already in there. But I can only imagine they're gonna add multi-world maybe. Don't quote me on that. But they better. It makes so much sense. Let's see if there's a fairy anywhere in these pots. If not, I know where to get one. Alright, Ganon's castle, here we come. Decked out with the equipment we deserve. Look at that, I'm blue. Dabu dee, dabu die. Beautiful. Give Ganon Fork a good stabbing. I will. With my broken giant's knife. If you just came on in, if you're wondering what kind of run this is, it's basically a casual run of Ocarina. Not a speed run, not a particularly challenging run. Like, I got all the hearts, but I am going to stab Ganondorf in the neck with this broken knife. It's a little violent, but hey, his blood is green. What does he care? I don't know. I don't remember. You know what? So this version, it's technically based on the GameCube version of the game. So you'll notice that some things are N64. It's like a weird mix of N64 and GameCube. Like, you look up there, the icons are green and blue like the N64 version. But look at the back of Link's shield. Look, it's got the mirror shield design from the GameCube version. I don't know. I actually don't know if Ganondorf's blood is gonna be red or green. I'm just imagining stabbing him and just that green blood spurting out, though. I'm ready. I'm gonna stab you. I'm gonna stab you. I'm like that robot from Futurama.
Huh? Say.
Link's voices. This is the Link voice for me, honestly. Out of all the voice actors he had, this is the one that I'll always associate with him. I'm really glad that they got the voice actor for Ocarina of Link to do a voice in Super Smash Bros. Again. He voices one of the Dragon Quest heroes from the DLC. In fact, like, you guys know how there are like 4 different costumes for the hero in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate? I think 3 of those voices have voiced a Link. It's really funny. The Dragon Quest III hero voices adult Ocarina Link. The Dragon Quest XI hero voices Link Between Worlds Link. Uh-oh. Hold on, we gotta be red just for this one room. And I think the Dragon Quest VIII hero voices Twilight Princess Link. No. He voices Hyrule Warriors Link. It's just a heroic voice. It's a qualification for being a hero and or voicing a Link. Ganondorf be like,
What's Link gonna do with that broken sword? Oh God!
Ganondorf ain't gonna know what hit him. Oh God! Damn it. Well, there goes that room. There'll probably be green blood. I may have toggled something. I'm not sure. I need to check the setting, or we'll just figure it out. It's like how every Sephiroth VA has voiced Superman. Wait, Lance Bass has voiced Superman? In what? I'm trying to sleep. I lost count of sheep. Seems the world's falling down around me. And I'm so confused about what to do. Sometimes I just want to throw it all away. Not that kind of Superman? Okay. Nobuyuki Hiyama voices Fierce Deity Link. Well, yeah, because he just reuses the lines from Adult Link. What does that say about Link, though? Is Link a deity? Hey, you, stop that. Don't even try it. Step. You'll know if the organ music is interrupted by the enemy near music. In version 1.2, enemy music doesn't play when Ganondorf Tower. Here's the thing, there's some specific fixes to this version of the game.
Oh god, no! What?
Is the door still open? What was I to do? Please, please, I think it's open, I think it's open, I think it's open. It is open, thank goodness. There's some specific fixes to this game. Like how you can see the action buttons are the N64 color. So they might have specifically fixed the blood. Like they actually did go and add features from earlier versions. Like the whole fishing rod glitch, where you can go like swordless with a fishing rod. They restored that. And they also added the ability to cast the fishing rod while you're using the hover boots. I think that was part of the swordless glitch as well.
The fire barrier is dispelled. Hurry up, brother.
So we'll see.
Blood.
I'm winning, son. I am winning, Dad. Thank you, Akira Dad Che. Wow, I've finally been recognized. Ooh. Like, that's so rad, man. I'm just over here being Shaggy Norville Rogers. Hope you're having a good time, Akira. Weren't you streaming earlier? I don't know how long you planned to go today. I already did this one. I'm not sure how long you plan to go today, but I hope Bug Snacks worked out well. Oh, I always found it weird that there's a ice dungeon in here. Like, that wasn't a temple, it was the water temple. Right? The water medallion area is just an ice temple? I don't know if they didn't want to make a water one, or they just thought they could make a better ice one. Yeah, Akira's been playing Bug Snacks. I'm not sure how far you are. I don't know how long that game is. It felt like you were close to the end, though. I have no metric, I just felt like it. Wow. Where'd the ice guys go? Die. Where's he going? This'll freeze me, watch. Well, screw you too, buddy. Munger. Takata was looking at cosplay photos for Comic-Con in Japan. You would never see some of those cosplays at US cons. Is it because they're animes that aren't popular here, or are they maybe a little too risque? I can see both happening. Oh good, they gave me back the heart I lost. Wonderful. I bet I have to kill all the enemies.
Yeah.
That's cold, man. A little too much? Ah, risque it is. Where are the statues? Let me at him. Oh, that's right. These guys aren't hurt by the Megaton Hammer for some reason. Couldn't tell you why. You think Hammer on Ice would be super effective? Oh, it's just a jump attack. Link be like, I'm gonna use 0.19% of my power, man! Like... I forgot this room was timed! Why is this room timed? Alright, what do we want to do? I want to make a block go here. So I need to make it come from over there. It's fine, it'll work. Don't even question it. I know what I'm doing. I have already messed up, I think. Link out here with his broken sword. You may think it's broken, but it's the perfect shape for a stabbing. A stabbing. I'm gonna stab you. I'm gonna stab you good. It's like, what is there to do besides just push this block right in there? I don't think that's the way you're supposed to do it, though. Okay, let's try this. Okay. And then I can push this one into the hole. There we go. We big brain now. That's it. That's it. That's all you need to do. That actually wasn't that hard. I just wasn't totally sure of the alignment here. Go, go, go. Imagine going through this entire puzzle and realizing you didn't have blue fire. Oops. I don't know if you need it for the next room, but I'm going to assume you do. Is Ganon's tower easier than Water Temple? I'd say it is. I don't think there are any keys in this. It's more of just a matter of solving the little puzzles. I think that's the last room. Oh, there's still a timer. What happens if you miss out on this timer? I wonder. I bet it just resets. It's not that cold. Just do some jumping jacks for warmth. You can do it, Link. Oh, hi, Rudo. The water barrier's displaced. Hurry up! I always liked how the arrow that you just shot stays in the cutscene. It's like I'm shooting the sage. Link, is that any way to treat your ex-wife? Let me just get this fairy before I forget. Yeah, it's not really... There's no real way to get lost in this place. It's just do the little sections. If I wasn't being extra careful for no real reason, I could easily do this in just 30 minutes. We're basically halfway done. I love watching people do Ganon's tower. It's a nice little, like, victory lap, you know? Is this one the Forest Temple? Yes. Yes, it is. Oh, hi, Wolfos. Stop. Stop. The power of nuts compel you. I've never understood what they're thinking when they use, like, money as rewards in Zelda. It's so easy to get and farm. Oh, dang it. Here, I can save some magic.
Yep.
The Water Temple was originally an ice temple. The medallion, the beta medallion text hints at it. You ever watch all that beta stuff from the Giga leak? It's fascinating, because the date of the leak implies a lot of stuff that was very different than the final build of Ocarina, and yet they're different from the final build of Ocarina, and yet, like, it was less than a year from the release of it. Like, I've got stuff that's a year old in my projects folders that I haven't touched. Development must have been breakneck pace way back in those days. Why would you need a job in Zelda when there's so much money lying around? Hey, you know, you still gotta do that manual labor of picking it all up, right? Come on, man! You remember the early screen caps of Ocarina and Nintendo Power? Oh, there's also this fan mod. Not these fans, but fan mods for Ocarina. Alright, I'm starting to remember something. There was some other way to get that. But how? Is that switch? It might have something to do with that switch. Hello? Ah, there you go. Game development is still breakneck, it's just harder now. Hey, that's true, actually. For AAA games, it's worse than ever. All these horror stories about crunch time. Crunch time! Not in the fun way like Super Macho Man. But conversely, it's never been easier for indie devs to get into it. You pick up an off-the-shelf engine, you start putting together like the little visual AI nodes, and boom, you got a game. There's this new game engine I've been seeing lately. And if you saw me play Covert Critter and EX Zodiac, they both use it. It's called the Godot engine, and I've been wanting to look into it. It looks so... I'm not gonna say easy, because, you know, nothing in programming is easy. Like, look at Zarya, she's just standing, but sideways. The forest barrier is dispelled. Hurry up, Link. I'm going. But the Godot engine looks really cool. Like, I went I am full of candy chickens. Help. Too much sugar. Ow. And origination. Balthus the Wolf, thanks for the toss. And origination. Thank you for the raid on the sweet day. How you doing? I'm here to say hey. Here, I gave you my own raid message. What is that? What are these? What is happening? Invisible bats! You're besmirching the good name of Zalfira. Huh. Anyway, what's up, everybody? Thanks for the raid. I love pinning the spiders to the wall like that. Anyway, Origination, what is up, man? OMGHCB, welcome on in. Let's play J Zalf. Soul Sapphire, good to see you again. How was the Shantae? Oh crap, there are keys in this dungeon. I never knew. Heart. Welcome. Ori's been playing Shantae, 7 Sirens, latest in the series. The most Metroidvania of them. Of all. And what can I say but hey, you should play it. What can I say except you're welcome for introducing you to the game. What can I say except you're welcome for showing your gameplay that's lame. My gameplay, that is. I was curious. Curiosity killed the chicken. I got plenty of hearts, it's fine. Got the part where 4 thingies have emerged. Oh, the thingies. I remember the thingies. Man, with the thingies and you did the stuff. That sure was a part of the game. I'm actually not sure if that's something they added later, because I streamed it when it first came out. And actually what happened is they made a whole new mode that added stuff. What is the point of this puzzle? This is a nothing puzzle. Oh, I remember this room. For some reason, I thought it was in the Grotto training ground. Dooba-dooba-doo. But welcome on in. I'm a chicken that plays Nintendo games, if you didn't know. And if you did know, then hope you're having a cozy night tonight. We're beating Ocarina today. We got more than enough time. Oh, but the timer's still going. The 3 chests the keys give you stuff. Oh! Nice little hint. I would have still opened them anyway. Oh my god, did you see that? Wallmaster. I didn't even hear it. They usually got a sound to warn you. Raru? What's up, man?
The light barrier is dispelled. Hurry!
Ist das Fluten guten? Ja, very guten. Chicken looks shinier. Is it a model update? Not totally. Oop. But did ya see that? It's pretty cool. I urged anybody who has a VTuber model to check it out. It's a little lighting hack you can do. It's really cool how it works, actually, from like an artist perspective. But I can understand if you maybe don't want to spend the time to work on it, because it's actually not easy to set up. I got a little like lighting effect on the edge of the model. It actually updates with the game, no matter what game I play. I got it working for both PC games and capture. Oh, I'm proud of myself for getting it to work, because the tutorials out there aren't that good. Fun fact, the light medallion symbol is all over the Temple of Time. I believe it in Twilight Princess. Now, I wonder if that confirms that the Temple of Time was originally going to be a light temple. It's one of those things we can only really glean from old interviews and speculation and leaks of the code. I love looking into like old interviews and leaks and stuff. You hear that? You hear the music? Oh, Dinophos! Dinophos! They're only in one place in the game. I believe it's right here. I don't need no Z targeting. I just need my skunk giant's knife, baby. Haha! Comboed! Easy. Open door. Piano time. Are they also in the Grotto training ground? It's a weird place to have the light medallion. Duffos? Yeah. Stab him in the knees. Rah rah ree. Stab him in the knees. Rah rah ruts. Stab him in the other knee. Die. What are you doing? Get off of there. Cheating. Guess he didn't have the spine to face me. Oh, Dinophos! False Dinophos are also found in Gerudo Training Ground. Oh, what makes them false? I wonder. Do they have the same health values as Lizalfos, maybe? I don't remember them being in many places in the game, at least. Jodan the Hero, welcome. Never seen the game run this smooth. It's a little version of the game called The Ship of Harkinian. Wanna see me fight the two Iron Knuckles at once? I'ma do it.
Oh, yep. Hey, yep.
If only they hurt each other, that'd be cool. Oh, that was close. Damn, damn, damn. Gotta be careful. Oh! Alright, one down. Alright. Oh! I came back too early. You see how much damage that did? And I've got the double damage modifier. Well, double health modifier. But I also have a double damage modifier on the game itself. Yeah, you can do that in this version. Just set a damage multiplier to however much you want. You could set it really high. It's got a slider. If you wanted to, you could make it so you basically take one hit to die. Hey, Nintendo would probably never make a hardcore mode like that. We gotta leave it up to ourselves. Oh, is it right here? Is it? Oh, I know. We're not quite there yet. But soon. We're close. See how big that axe is? Mine's bigger. I hope these respawn. I just wanna fill up before the fight. Give me some magic. Iron Knuckles are the worst in Zelda 2. I've never actually played Zelda 2, but I've always wanted to. I think it's a cool idea. A 2D Zelda game. Oh, here it comes. Oh, here it comes. You ready, chat? I'm ready. Hope I'm ready. I got my giant's knife. I will soon have a bottle, but, you know, until then, I'll try to reflect with this. Will it work? I hope so. The pots don't respawn? Okay, well, good thing I didn't use them all. Yo, winning. I'm trying. I'm trying. Your health refills automatically before the fight. Oh. What about your magic and arrows, though? I wouldn't imagine, right? Because that's what I needed to fill. Okay, we've got 3 fairies and a blue potion. There's no way I can lose. Right? Right? Okay. Ready! Alright, Gannon, dork. We're coming for you. You're playing that organ really well, though. That's the most surprising reveal of Ocarina. Not that Sheik is Zelda. It's that the music in this tower is diegetic. He's just playing it. Oh, courage. Wisdom. There's my health. That's it. This fight just begins after that.
The Triforce parts are resonating. They are combining into one again. The 2 Triforce parts that I could not capture on that day, 7 years ago. I didn't expect that they would be hidden within you 2. And now, finally, oh, the Triforce parts have gathered here. These toys are too much for you. I command you to return them to me.
And power.
Link, I can't help you! Because of the waves of darkness, I can't get close! I'm sorry, Link!
You ever notice how how Ganondorf grew his hair out in these 7 years? Also, where'd the organ go? Uh-oh. I retreat to my corner. All right, buddy. Let's go, tennis! Lost 15. Don't worry, I'll win. Oh my god, did that do 3 hearts? This is gonna suck. This is hard with a short sword. Oh, only 1? Damn. Alright, I gotta be faster next time. Where'd the sound go? Man, he's got silent tennis balls now. 15 all. 15-30. Man, where's Waluigi when you need him? Yep. we go. We wimbled them now, baby. That is so loud. This is gonna take a while with a broken giant's knife. I could do this all day. Sounds a little buggy. This is actually kind of silly with just the die. Come on. Man, you can really tell how Koji Kondo's music throughout the first like N64 games. Like this sounds like a Star Fox song, doesn't it? Do what I do. And the way he played around with the timings. I think this song in particular is like 2318 timing or something weird. Puts the 5/4 song in Star Fox to shame. Look at that, his cape is... Actually, no, his cape is fine. His cape is supposed to get more like tattered as the fight goes on. Let me get closer. Oh, we got some rallies going on. 30 all. Come on. Come on. You afraid of game, set, and match, Gannon? Nice rally, nice rally. I think this is my set point. Come on. Ah! This is doing damage, right? I hope it is. The ball looks faster without sound. Wish the organ stayed. I wish too. Like, wouldn't it be really cool if the organ, like, got destroyed in the fight? Little, like, ivory keys flying everywhere. Oh! I don't know if you're keeping score, Gannon, but I have a point by now, just so you know. I don't know if it's faster to go little stabby stabs with the broken giant's knife or try to load up a faster hit on it, or more powerful hit. I'm trying to abuse the glitch where the crouch stab does whatever damage to the last move you used. I'm gonna run. You know what? I'm gonna run out of magic. That's the problem. That's why I got the frickin' blue potion with me. Hopefully I don't need it. Alright, my tracking's back. That's good. What is that? I don't remember him using a spirit bomb. Right, you reflect that with a spin attack. I don't have a spin attack with this sword, though. Crap. Oh, I'm gonna have to break my promise. Wait, can I interrupt him? Yes, I can. Haha! Too bad, Ganondorp. I remember. My years of experience with this game. Just stop it, man. Oh crap, I missed this. The bottle is mightier than the sword. How? If you try that again, let me just, give me a second, Ganondorf. I need to drop down to the bottom floor for a second. Hold on. I'll be back. Why are these dropping nothing? Are these the ones I broke already? Probably. E-member. Yeah, I know, that's why I'm doing it. Broken Giant's Knife, by default, has the same power as the Kokiri Sword. It's great, isn't it? Oh good, that's all I get. It's just enough. Just enough. Hopefully. I feel like I'm... Oh, crap. I do feel a sign that I'm not very far in the fight. Because he hasn't resorted to dropping the platforms yet. Well, this is gonna take a while. You know, I don't have to hook shot to him. Actually, not at this point in the fight. Well, I can still jump. Yeah, here we go. Now it's doing as much damage as the Master Sword. It's great. Maybe I should have come in with another blue potion. I feel like I might actually need it. Oh, actually, never mind. Haven't even used it.
The great evil king Ganondorf defeated by this kid.
Ooh, red blood. It's fun to stay at the Y. Oh, crap.
Oh no!
Oh, he doesn't even bother destroying the platforms if you stay in the corners. You know, I've watched so many people play Ocarina for the first time and get themselves, like, deplatformed. Deplatformed. I've forgotten what it looks like when I play it. Oh, hi, Zelda. Did you enjoy the show? Link, what are you doing with that thing? Oh, this is my stabby sword. What happened to the Master Sword? This one's better. Fine. Ganondorf, pitiful man. Without a strong, righteous mind, you could not control the power of the gods. And... This is not time for a soliloquy, Zelda. Unfortunately. His spirit heard you. Alright. Unfortunately, I'm not good enough of a speedrunner to do the tower chase skip. Link, listen to me. This tower will collapse soon. With his last breath, Ganondorf is trying to crush us in the ruins of the tower. We need to hurry and escape. Please, follow me. Alright, lead the way. The way she runs. I want to... Where's that rubble coming from? How is the rubble above us? No time to question it. Just keep going, Zelda. Don't get hit by any of the rocks. It's not the... Ah, damn it. Just as I say that. It's not the damage I'm worried about. It's more the fact... Hey! It hit me while I was in the middle of the fight. The cutscene. If you get hit, Zelda takes time to do a little gasp. It's fine, Zelda. I'm okay. You're surprised they put the red blood but didn't restore the mirror shield. I'm surprised that wasn't an option either. Yeah, it's options. That's the thing. I think Zelda really just walks across that. I'm surprised I don't get the option to... Restore the mirror shield. There's texture packs, though. I actually kind of like the new Gerudo symbol since the future games end up using it. Because now it's no longer, oh, it's censorship because you can't use the original symbol. Now it's like, oh, this is the symbol that actually represents the Gerudo. And has always represented the Gerudo, apparently. That's their little retcon. Kneecaps. I think the crouch attack would just work since they don't hold their shields that low. When I was doing the Spirit Temple and you fight that one Stalfos as Child Link, I was just doing crouch stabs on him and it was hitting through his shield. Because Child Link's too small. It's hilarious. I want that to just always work. Well, excuse me, princess. Maybe when the tower got kaboomed, some of the rocks went into the air. Now, why did Zelda scream? I didn't get hit by nothing. Monsters get to have red blood even though they don't got skin. Oh, it's not blood, it's strawberry jelly. They just had some before fighting Link. Keeps a monster strong. Alright, this should be the last little area. come on, Zelda. It is but a scratch. Notice how Zelda walks through the flaming rubble easily. Can't Link teleport? Sadly, this area is too evil or something. Plus, I'd be leaving Zelda behind. Stop! I don't care. Where'd that Rita even come from? He's not even there normally. Whoop! Ba-da-da-da. 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 Whatever this new symbol is, I'd like it. Just because it has, like, relevance to the series now. Ooh. Man, it really does look like something out of Star Fox. Like the Bowl satellite. Just watch. Oh, I want a mod where they turn this sequence instead of the tower collapsing, it just transforms into like a giant Gundam. And then Link has to fight it, like Shadow of the Colossus style. Let's make it happen. Thanks for the follow. Are they implying that in battle time slows down, as if to say it's all happening in seconds? Something like that. They gotta make an epic escape, right? What I find hilarious is that the whole thing flattens out into a pancake. And then all of a sudden, there's these spires up in here. I would like to see this sequence in HD, like an actual destruction. It was epic for the time, but now it kind of looks dumb. In a good way.
It's over. It's finally over.
I don't know.
Link. Link! I'm sorry I couldn't help you in the battle before.
Tower turns into the Gundam. Master Sword turns into summons a kaiju that Link rides. What is this, Legend of Korra? Now Zelda, you wait right here. I'm sure nothing bad will come of this. Just a bunch of rubble.
Oh no!
Caitlin, nice of you to join us. They wanted to have Link scale Ganon originally? Oh, wow, really? With like giant Ganon? I would have loved to see that, but now it would be, oh, hi, big boy. Now it seems the derivative of Shadow of the Colossus. Still be cool though. I love how his little tridents grow out of his hands. Look at the big boy! This is the Ganon I know. Uh-oh. I wasn't planning on using that sword anyway. Oh no.
There's no way he's gonna hold me back again. This time we fight together.
Glad to have you back, Navi. I sure missed your haze. Here, let's use this. And got the light arrows. I think we're good. Even this just feels like I'm playing friggin' Super Mario 64, right? Go between his legs, get behind him. How about these nuts? Here's the fun thing. Deco Nuts actually damage his tail. The ultimate weapon. If you ran out of anything else to use, you got Deco Nuts. Taking out Ganon with these nuts. Look at that! He dealt the final blow! Wait, is that it? Did I really just nut Ganondorf to death? Or Ganon to death? How appropriate. I feel like that's faster than any other time I've fought him. I didn't even get to shoot him in the face with the light arrows.
Link, the Master Sword is here. Hurry up.
No, I want to use this one. Fine, I'll be right back, Gannon. Hi, Zelda. Use the Master Sword. Destroy Ganon with the Sacred Sword. Master Sword? Nah. The nut. I almost just jumped off. Oh god, he's back. Fine. But only because I know you can't deal the final blow with anything but the Master Sword. Because watch this. Ow. The fight actually just goes on forever. If you use anything but the Master Sword. Oi! Oi! He's turning around faster than before. I'm running out of nuts. Alright, Master Sword time. What you doing? What you doing? Hiya! Right in the grundle, right in the grundle. This is easy. It's like he's not even trying. Little snout wiggle. Well, thank you, Zelda. Why didn't you do that before? I'm using my power to hold the evil king. You use your sword and deliver the final blow. The strategy I used was nuts. Thank you. Look what happens if I try to use this. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Just a little stab as a treat. Fine. All right, let's end it. And time. I think Breath of the Wild Zelda did that theme for 100 years straight. 6 stages now. Do the YMCA. Do it. I don't care if it's called the Y now. We have to defeat Ganon.
Ancient creators of Hyrule! Now open the sealed door and send the evil incarnation of darkness into the void of the evil realm!
Avengers, assemble! By your powers combined, I am Goddess Hylia. Goddess Hylia, she's the goddess, never does anything in the games.
You! Curse you, Zelda! Curse you, Satans! Curse you!
Link.
Someday, when this seal is broken, that is when I will exterminate your descendants! Someday! As long as the Triforce of Power is in my hand.
But that never happens, does it? Surely he doesn't come back. Surely that's an empty threat. Thank you, Link. Thanks to you, Ganondorf has been sealed inside the secret realm, the evil realm. Thus, peace will once again reign in this world. For a time. Totally the last Zelda game. Everything else non-canon. Or hero dies timeline. Never comes back, yeah. All the tragedy that has befallen Hyrule was my doing. I was so young. I could not comprehend the consequences of trying to control the sacred realm. I dragged you into it too. Now it is time for me to wake up for my mistakes. You must lay the Master Sword to rest and close the door of time. However, by doing this, the road between times will be closed. Zelda, you're so silly. All Link has to do is wait 7 years. Easy. Link, give the ocarina to me. As a sage, I can return you to your original time with it. Using the most powerful song of all. The Song of Time. With the actual correct octave. Whoa, 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 did you see that? She did a little twitchy twitch. When peace returns to Hyrule, it will be time for... I just saw it happen again on the stream playback. Hurry, Link! The dimensions are destabilizing. I don't know how much longer I can hold this form. It will be time for us to say goodbye. Now go home, Link. Regain your lost time. Home, where you're supposed to be. The way you are supposed to be. I'm sorry, Zelda's lullaby in the correct octave. You can do that. You just need to be really good with, like, the tremolo and the flats and sharps. Thank you, Link. Goodbye. Goodbye, hot Zelda. I mean, Zelda. And that's it. Roll the credits. I don't know what I can say. This game needs no introduction. It needs no outro. It's a lot of people's first Zelda game. It was my first, but oh, this brought me into the series proper. You know, after I beat this, I had to try Link to the Past. Get it on Super Nintendo, all that. Had to get all the 2D games, Link's Awakening. Because they're, to this day, it feels like Zelda games do something that others don't. It's not just focus on story. It's focus on making a world that feels alive. And, you know, the illusion has decayed a little bit since 1998. But there's just so much in this world that feels unique. From the different cities to the fantastical races that live within. The Gorons, the Zoras, everything. The Kokiri, the Gerudo. It doesn't feel like your typical Dungeons and Dragons world of goblins and fantasy. No, it's something on its own. And every Zelda game, you get something new. You get something different. I still think that this is probably the definitive Zelda, just from start to finish. Link embarking on his adventure, growing up, helping people, and just defeating Ganondorf, saving Zelda. I mean, that's the standard. It's not my favorite Zelda game, it's not. But I thank it so much for what it did. And it did so much right despite being the first 3D entry. Look, it's Epona. When you play a game like this, you think, wow, you can kind of tell that the last game they made was 2D. A lot of design elements still hold over from those days. It's hard to say specifically what it is, but just the way that models represent characters as if they were sprites, you know? The way the world is designed with this strict progression. It's just cool to see. It's cool to see this game hold up all these years later. Look at the Kokiri dancing! You think it holds up better than Mario 64? To be fair, it's got a couple of years on it. Mario 64 holds up in other ways, but they're more to the design of it. Like, it knows its limitations. I think that's what Nintendo's good at. I think Nintendo is good at knowing the limitations. Oh, hi, Malin. Looking pretty. And look, the cuckoo lady is juggling her chickens. She's not allergic anymore. Nintendo's good at knowing their limitations and what they can do with their own consoles. I mean, it helps that they made the consoles. They know exactly what it can and can't do. But pushing that envelope, seeing what they can do with their limits of power, of the technology at the time, it's wild. They still do it to this day. Maybe they don't really need to because hardware is just that good now. But I can't wait to see what the next Zelda brings, what the next Nintendo console brings. And you know, that's Zelda. That's what Ocarina of Time means to me. Oh, the sages! I forgot about this! No, yeah. Yeah, this is basically, reminds me of Age of Calamity. The ending where they're all standing on the castle. This ending makes you sad? Why? Ooh, a masterclass in subtext. YouTube video explains the staying power. Even though the fact that people are still doing YouTube essays about this game over 20 years later, it tells you something. And my phone has overheated for the last time. I will now look bored while I'm finishing this game. Hard to not be emotional? Absolutely, Jay. I don't think it's just the nostalgia. I think it's just everything. Until the very moment Navi leaves without a single word. There's no words to be said. We're done. The story's over. Link just gets to be a kid. Live the childhood he never did. While the Star Fox ass music plays. The difference is Link can just climb the wall now. Oh no, I didn't finish the game with the cheat. If only. It reflects on why you like Dragon Quest. Yeah, something about it being the simple story on the surface. But it's the journey that really makes it unique. And here we are again. But in a different time. Zelda sending Link a little bit further back to their first meeting, and now Link has that knowledge to change time. Did really good. I did have the double damage on. It's funny, with the double health thing, I basically put my damage back to normal. But that's it. Show's over. Go home. The end. Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. I'm waiting, though. Gotta play my Scarecrow song. What do you guys think? Y'all ready for Zelda Breath of the Wild? Not now. Maybe in December. I say December, so that way, it'll probably be while I'm playing Pokemon, you know? While I'm playing Pokemon Scarlet Violet. And just in time, hopefully we'll be able to finish it before Breath of the Wild 2 comes out. December is now. What? Will I play Majora's Mask? I already streamed Majora's Mask, but I haven't streamed the N64 version. How long do I have to wait for the Scarecrow song to play? I forgot. Is it like an entire minute? 2 minutes? Yeah, I streamed... What I streamed was the 3DS versions of Majora's Mask, with a texture pack and a mod that makes a lot of the game more like the N64. Like, you don't have to use magic for the fast Zoro swimming. I think it restores some aspects about the Giant's Mask. Pretty good. Pretty good. Just waiting. Not done with the game yet. Was it 5 minutes? I think I have to wait 5 entire minutes. Alright, well, what I will say is, thank you everybody for joining for the Ocarina. I love this game, what more can I say? I remember when I first got it as a kid, my uncle sent it to me. Still like pristine in the box with a plastic wrap on it. It wasn't new, he had already played it. But he gave it to me with the plastic wrap. And like, I still have it in that plastic wrap to this day. I kept it in that condition just for him. I thank him for it. My uncle and my dad, two of the reasons I'm a gamer to this day. And I don't know, the Zelda series is special to me. Okay, I'm starting to feel gaslit over here. It plays the Scarecrow song, right? After you wait on the screen. Does this version not have it? Did they break it? Ocarina of Time, the End Scarecrow song. After end credits. It takes like a minute or two. Maybe it's not on the GameCube version? Oh, it's not on the GameCube. Oh, man! It doesn't play the Scarecrow song on the GameCube version. Alright. Well, here, I'll just play it myself. Ahem. Wait, what was it again? It was the Elegy of Emptiness. But I added an extra note. Da, 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 ba, da, da, da. Bop. Alright, it's over. Well, if I only I had known. Does this unlock the Master Quest mode? Oh, you're totally just allowed to play it in Master Quest. I think there's a Ship of Harkinian option to make it Master Quest. I'm not sure. I've never tried it. What I do know is, sometime in the future, not anywhere now soon, but in the future, when maybe I have an even better computer than I do now, and it's like 10 years later or something, I'm gonna play the 3DS version of this, just for comparison, but I'm gonna play it in Master Quest, with the double damage and everything. Gonna be pretty good. Pretty good. Your grandma's the reason you play video games. You beat the original and Link to the Past forever together? Oh, that's freaking sweet. That's heartwarming. Like, having family that taught you games and then being able to share even future games with them nowadays. Like, I can't wait for the next Zelda to come out so I can show my dad. I've talked about it, but he still to this day, like, associates any video game with the Song of Storms. Da-da-da, da-da-da. It's just that ingrained into our memories of video gaming now. The way we played Ocarina together, he did Jabu Jabu's belly for me and I did everything else based on the guide. It's a treasured memory for me. Oh yeah, and the fact that the 3DS Master Quest is mirrored. Muscle memory does trick you. It really does. You're like, oh man, which way do I go through the Lost Woods? Wait, it's all backwards. It's weird. You're welcome for the stream, everybody. What I can say is that prepare for some Ace Attorney investigations later this week. Not tomorrow, I don't stream on Tuesdays, but we'll be continuing. We're starting case 4, which I have now found out that there are 5 cases, so we're still nowhere near the end. But now that we've finished Ocarina of Time, that frees us up for other games. Indie games, most especially. I'm thinking about playing maybe that Sonic indie game that came out, Sonic Omens. I've heard terrible things about it, actually. So now I'm curious to see how much of a train wreck it is. I don't know, I've heard things. I don't know. But the point is, I'm free. I'm free to play actual Sonic games. I'm free to play whatever. But for now, I'll figure that out later. For now, everybody, have a good night. If you haven't already, follow me on Twitch to catch me live next time I play this or any other game. If you ever have any art for the stream, post it on the stream section of the Discord or tweet it at me and I'll put it up. We got monthly art prompts. If you haven't seen, this month's art prompt is pick a crossover fighting game. Could be Multiverses, could be Smash, could be Jump All-Stars, and then draw a character that didn't make it to the final cut, but you would have liked to have seen. We have one entry so far. It's Kamen Rider's entry that all the characters from all the games our friend Drewby has played in one fighting game. You can see it in the top right corner there. A little JoJo reference in the bottom right, sure, why not? And yeah. Links are in the chat for the YouTube channel if you never miss a stream. Twitter and Discord if you want updates and memes and whatnot, or if you just want to hang out. And yeah, if you're going to sleep, I need to go to sleep too. So have a good night, everybody. Stay clucky, and I'll catch you next time.